I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit could be.
This lap so you can all get the footy and back safe.
This lap
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
So, they've got a real dangerous forward line where Fraser Fort's probably needed. Today, probably not so much. So Fraser Fort might even play that wing role, wing role pushing forward. So, yeah, it's an unbelievable asset to have, isn't it? Someone like him who's 6'10", grumpy, and can play anywhere.
Yeah, his brother's coming back to play next year, maybe?
Oh, I think he's still going pretty well at Brisbane, isn't he?
All right. Might come back in a couple of years.
I think Brisbane is.
Fraser will still be here.
I think Brisbane are a sneaky chance to win the VFL flag too.
Well,
Funny story. It's a quick story about Darcy. I once played a game of cricket with him, and he was doing he did an exam in between while he went into bat.
What?
Yeah.
Did an exam online?
Yep. We were in the rooms in the club rooms, and he was next in, and he was had his head in the books.
Some strange things happen at that cricket club too, Buzz. I don't know what's going on up there. What's happening? The whole South Barwon / Highton thing that's happening. I don't know what's going on there.
A bit weird.
It's a bit weird to play at McDonald, I think, either bat and ball or footy. But anyway, that's okay. Head-to-head, thanks to White Cross Healthcare this afternoon. Scooters, walkers, but much more. Trusted advice, best solutions. Where are we going, Kirsch?
Well, we just spoke about it in that breakdown preview of the game today, and we're going to go the intercept markers. We're going Benstead Driver today. They're the two best intercept markers in the competition. There's no doubt about that, and I think both of them can have a massive influence on this game, particularly if they're going to hold up each end. And I think they're going to be a real good matchup. Well, not on each other, but they're going to be a real good matchup, I think, as to how they handle their back half. And Driver and Benstead will be the matchup.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that for White Cross Healthcare this afternoon. Wasn't at his best from what I hear last week, Jack. Wasn't his best performance.
He's been battling. Yep, he hasn't had a great month or two, but he did hear K-Rocker.
I was going to say, loves the cameras, loves the radio.
He would have been excited for that,
He might be okay. I think he might be able to. Well, we'll find out how he's going, because he's up against Steve Benstead, who every time we watch Bell Park is always in their top 3 or 4, isn't he, Kirsch?
Absolutely. He is just... The good thing about Benstead, he just knows when to come off his opponent, you know. Like, he's a great defender as well. Like, he's not just a zone-off player. He's a great defender. So he does it all, Benstead, and he's their glue that holds their backline together.
Neildy's like a rock star down here.
He is a bit, isn't he?
He's a rock star. He's got a few little. There's a few little basketball people that follow him as well. That's the president of one of the basketball clubs there. He just comes to watch, and there's another guy who helps run the WNBL who owns that. He comes as well. He's got his own little posse. Look at Stan. Stan just walks past the chair of Vitus. He just walks. He's part of South Barwon's little posse.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a throne each week he sits on and coaches from that.
He needs security, almost. He needs someone, a bodyguard.
He needs the Craig McRae style as he comes down the ground at the G, just to go with him. He loves it.
I think the opposition players need security.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, that's true. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how he might target somebody. We'll see how he goes. He's quite boisterous in the coaching box.
You'll have to study up on who they are first.
Yeah, matchups thanks to Wombat Gully Plant Farm this afternoon. See the team at Wombat Gully for all your gardening needs. WombatGully.com.au. We'll keep an eye on what the matchups might look like.
Chris Hughes is playing, Jason.
Chris Hughes is playing.
I had to do a double take just outside the truck before, but it was his identical twin.
Buzz said, I think I saw Chris Hughes. I said, I reckon you saw his brother. Birchie, down to you for the toss. Are you somewhere near there?
I've got my eyes on it.
Good.
It's in the air. Bell Park have won the toss. They will kick towards the scoreboard end.
All right, that's Lockie Patton's won the toss. Matt Kildu was out there as well, so they're getting a kick to the left of your radio dial in the first term. Bell Park. Umpires this afternoon, Henry Buckley, Jack O'Neill and David Chaston. So Chasto's here as well, and the chair of the umpires. I thought you said you saw Norm Douglas here. Was he just having a look around?
That was Pothole. Pothole said he saw Norm Douglas.
I thought you said.
No, Pothole saw him, and I just said...
Oh, he might be doing something tomorrow.
For a long day.
He might be doing ammos and no, he's not. He's not. No, Timmy Callender's doing it. Errol Burns is doing it too, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Errol.
Yeah, Errol.
Whoa, Errol.
Yeah. All right, that's...
Another Highton cricketer too.
Oh my God, seriously.
And Kingy's feedback got back to the club pretty quickly too.
Oh, was it? Yeah, well, feedback's a gift. It's how you unwrap it's the key.
Yep. Exactly right.
Let's go around the panel. Birchie, winner and margin?
I think the Swans have to win this one, and the Dragons have a couple of quality players out, so I think they'll win by 15 points. 15
points for Birchie. The great Pothole. What are you thinking this afternoon? South Barwon by 6 goals for the great Lawrence Hill. Buzz?
South Barwon with no great confidence.
By?
I'll say 2 goals.
All right, 12 points. I think South Barwon by 3 points. I think it's going to be very close. The pendulum, please, Matthew.
Pendulum. South Barwon, Jace, are plus 184 in the offensive column. They are plus 130 in the defensive column. That gives them a swing of 314 point, that deficit. Over 15 games played gives South Barwon a win today by 21 points over the Bell Park Dragons. Too much green.
The pendulum has it. The pendulum has it for Kirsch this afternoon. Both teams leaving their final huddles here at High Sushi Oval. As we said, we'll get some Wombat Gully matchups.
Reece McWhorter starting on a wing, which is interesting. He's a half-back flanker, so they've moved him up to the outside role on the wing.
Doyle Madigan's lost the sideshow bob haircut as well.
Oh, he has too. That's very hard. Well,
it's hard to recognise now.
It is. Well,
He's back to the pack now.
His old man just walked past and he hasn't got a follicle on his head, so...
All right, well, first term about to start. K-Rock, Harvey Norman, Cryer, Warm Ponds. First quarter, think Harvey Norman for all the big brands. At Geelong's best prices at South Barwon, it's Bell Park, and it's round 16 of the GFL. Here's Josh Conway.
Underway, Callett with the first hit out for the Swans. Wareham comes in for the Dragons. There's an early whistle going the way of Maris, who drives it just to the paint of 50 for Bell Park. Mark dropped by Petering. Buttering up Wiedemann, gets his hands to Hughes. Tumbles one forward quickly. Worm couldn't hold the mark. The ball's on centre wing. Starcevic is wrapped up in a strong Kelly tackle. Cause of holding the footy fall on deaf ears. Off a ball up right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
So Callett do some ruck work. And Bridgewater goes up, gets it down to the side, close to the boundary line. Wareham can't keep it in. Middleton right next to him. Yeah, Doyle Madigan, look at that. He's very grown up with the short hair, isn't he?
Absolutely,
Look at that bad moustache though. The boundary throw in, right on centre wing, right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO. Boundary throw in now. Callett from behind, got his left fist to it, to the front. Wareham against Middleton, gets over the top of it, held it in. The umpire is going to ping him, is he? No, he's going to come in and ball it up again. So we're going to have another ball up. Still on centre wing. Really pretty messy here on centre wing too, the ground. Pretty chopped up. Going up early Bridgewater. Callett gets it down. Middleton. He tracked it. McWhorter's got one high. He's going to take the free kick for Bell Park. So Reece McWhorter's will try and drive Bell Park forward on centre wing.
He thought about giving the handball to Lloyd and then ran himself right into trouble. The kick was smothered by Madigan. There's another whistle for a high tackle. Been a few already in the opening couple of minutes. Going the way of Maris. Little pocket rocket for the Dragons in the middle of the ground. He's just forward of centre wing. Kicks it as high as he does long. Big back of players, juggling mark taken. Lovely mark inside 50. And they'll have a shot from just about directly in front. Kirsch, a bit of a hit and hope, wasn't it? But in the end, coming down with it was Matt Jones.
Absolutely, and it was a great kick in it, really, when you think about it. It was sort of 10 metres sort of ahead of the hot spot, and it really gave the players a bit of a run and chance to leap and take the mark, which they did. This is their area. Marks inside forward 50. They've ranked 8th in the competition. They're not that great at it, so this is a good start.
In comes Jones, straight through the middle. They get around him too. The Dragons come from everywhere, and it's the first score on the board. They're one straight 6. Bell Park, South Barwon are yet to score. A couple of minutes gone. Opening term, a couple of minutes gone. That's on the Barwon Foods time clock.
We spoke about it in the pre-game. You know, it was an area that Bell Park have to be on top of, and you know, they only averaged 13 marks inside forward 50 per game, which is, like I said, 8th in the competition. There's the other end, you've got the number 2 ranked forward line with marks inside forward 50. So they're going to have to do the job inside forward 50 when they get their opportunities, and that's a great start for them.
Back to the middle. Umpire Chaston has the ball. A good start by the home side. Callett gets it down. Oh, that's a free kick nearly to South Barwon. Not coming. Could have gone to Kelly. Falls to the middle of the pack. Handball came out from Riccardi for Bell Park. Gets it towards half forward. South Barwon got half a dozen players around. Umpire Chaston said it's good tackle. And the free kick's going to come back. And Todd White's going to take it right on the point of the centre square at half back for South Barwon. Good addition from the VFL back into South Barwon's side. Punched away defensively. Yes. Madigan by Riccardi, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. Just down to Birchie. Birchie for A&B quality shelving. Just a bit of breeze getting up, favouring the end that Bell Park's kicking to.
Yeah, just a slight breeze has sprung up. You're right, Jace, yeah.
Tossed in. Both rucks almost halve that. Bridgewater will give that to him for Bell Park. Ball hasn't gone far. It'll be tossed up again. We're near 4 minutes gone, opening term.
Todd White 2 weeks ago, Buzz, had to come off at half-time and
I heard that.
To the VFL, the same game Hamish was talking about before against the Bulldogs.
I think that was allowed to play, to do that, but it happened.
Yep.
Good tackle by Madigan, earned himself a free kick. for South Barwon. He's backward of centre wing, right on the outer side here at High Sushi Oval. He looks inboard. Ball's neat enough to Kelly, who's got better as this season's gone on. Goes short to Starkey, who's back in his own defensive half now. He chips over the top. Here's Driver at the back of the centre square. Goes towards the broadcast side. Couldn't mark was Huggins. He looks like Mitch Nevitt a lot, Jace, as the ball trickles out right in front of us.
He's the TV evangelist. Blair Huggins. It's a great name for a TV evangelist.
I like that.
Yep.
Like it.
Boundary throw in right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO. Win free fuel for a year at APCO, thanks to Ice Break. And then a boundary throw in, a good boundary throw in too for distance. Bridgewater gets it down road by Madigan. Handball will put his teammate under pressure there, Jake Peters, who's wrapped up straight away, not going anywhere. Umpire Chaston right on the spot coming in. And we'll ball it up, just 4 to centre wing for Bell Park. They're 1 straight 6. They lead South Barwon yet to score. 5 played in this first term here at High Sushi. Callett got his hands free, couldn't get the ruck contest really down though. The back, Kelly for South Barwon. Wareham tried to get it, fresh air shot. Lockie Patton's kick was smothered as well. Still in the middle, it's a hold. Paddy Kelly went first and went low. Got a free kick against Tobin. And that was nearly 50. The ball came back to him, back end of the centre square for South Barwon. Diminutive, you call Paddy. He's not going to win any height.
He's so
contests.
short, Jace. He has to tuck his jumper in.
He does. That's a big jumper. He goes wide with the kick towards half forward. No mark taken, Caldu. Kick off the ground. Back Bell Park go towards half forward. Might be okay too. Petering. Can he keep it in? Well, he can, but Goff comes across. Kelly comes there for South Barwon as well. They've got the numbers. Can they get the ball away? They can't. It's out of bounds. And we're going to have a boundary throw in at half forward for Bell Park, left half forward. Kicking to the northern end in this first term, Bell Park are 1 straight 6, South Barwon yet to score. 6.5 played in this first term, Barwon Foods time clock.
Mahadi's got the match-up on Fort, who's playing deep, but he's a big-sized boy, Mahadi, isn't he? You look at him on Fraser Fort, and he matches up very well.
That's thanks to Wombat Gully Plant Farm. This Patton's handball is a bit nondescript. Anything else catching your eye, Kirsch, match-up-wise?
I like the three-prong attack by South Barwon, but the defensive 3 for Bell Park look pretty good too. Benstead's taken the role on Broughton. Reed's got the job on Caldo, and as mentioned, Fort has Mahadi. So there's a good little matchups up there within their own forward and defensive half.
Good one in the ruck too between Bridgewater and Callett. Bell Park with the numbers here. Here's Patton, dangerous in a bit of space, goes from 50, gets it right to the line. It's just fading to the left-hand side through for a minor score, but they've certainly started the better of the two teams, the Dragons. They're 1-1-7. South Barwon yet to score. 7 minutes tick by on the Barwon Foods time clock.
So Starkey with the kicking in duties for South Barwon. Goes to the outer side, half-back flank. High kick looks for Goff. Push past the football though. Bell Park are going to bring it back in. Patton again off a step. Left foot kick inside 50. Pearce can't take it for South Barwon at the front. Falls to the front of the pack. Can they get around there? That was Dawson for Bell Park. Oh, is that a high tackle? Umpire said no. Play on. Still about 15 out from the Bell Park goal. Pack develops and will come in and ball it up. And I think Fraser Maris was unlucky not to get a free kick there. So we're about 20 out from the Bell Park goal. It's going to be the 2 number 6s. Darcy Brown up against Ben Callett. Callett gets it down for South Barwon. Goff got the handball free under pressure. Coming back, they get it. Goff kept it going. South Barwon had the numbers, but chopped off by Pearce though for Bell Park. Tobin comes through the middle now for the Parkers. Can he get it out? He can. Petering got one high. The umpire said no. And South Barwon moved it out towards their defensive 50, but we're going to have another ball up.
Yeah, there's a couple of whacks around the mushes so far that are going undetected.
As long as they're consistent, Kirsch.
That's exactly right.
If you're going to let them go, that's okay. Callett won it down, but all Bell Park at ground level. Pearce with the hands was nice. Driving it was Riccardi. What a finish! Right from the flank off a couple of steps. Didn't need much of an opening, and Oscar Riccardi slams it home. Bell Park have got a couple. 2-1-13 South Barwon yet to score.
Yeah, Buzz, they're really getting beaten around the ball at the moment, South Barwon. 4 clearances to 1, but more importantly, out of those 4 clearances, 5 inside forward 50s as well to zip. So they're getting the job done around the ball at the moment. At the source that we mentioned earlier in the pre-game, that's an area where Bell Park is strong at, and South Barwon pretty strong in that area as well, but they're getting them a little bit of a touch-up around the source at the moment.
So back to the middle. Bell Park with a Handy lead to start this game. Callett gets it down for South Barwon. Rove beautifully for South Barwon. They go inside 50, and that's premiership football. The way that happened, because it falls into the arms of the reigning Matheson medalist Matt Kildu, who has taken the mark and will shoot the goal from 50 out directly in front.
Well, it was always going to happen after we spoke about those clearances and inside 50s, that they get the clearance, the next clearance, and a mark inside forward 50.
So the skipper for a quick reply. 9.5 played in this first term. Barwon Foods time clock. Caldu at the southern end of High Sushi Oval comes in, right foot kick, goal umpire moves to this side, and he's missed through for one behind. So they're on the board now, the Swans. They are that one behind. Bell Park 2-1-13. And Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Good start from the home side. Lloyd to bring it in. Bright green boots today for him. Drives it a long way out of trouble. Carries the better part of 60, 65 metres. It's nearly got to us, and the best seats in the house, Snaps Outco Cafe 24/7. Wareham sees it over. How far has that travelled, Kirsch? That's gone right to centre wing, just about that kick in.
I'd say that's gone a good 80, 90 metres. Absolutely.
Lovely bit of yardage from Lloyd. The Dragons doing all the attacking so far. Maybe tossed in here. Bridgewater and Callett made a big difference since he's come back into the side from injury. Ollie Bridgewater, I think he's K-Rock's own now, isn't he, Jace? Been on the podcast and coverage enough.
Absolutely.
As he wins that hit out down. Mulraney, first time we've called his name, absolutely dumped as he kicks. Play on the call. Carmody tumbles one forward for South Barwon. But there is Kirsch's man, Benstead, with his first intercept mark of the afternoon at half-back.
So Benstead, called to play on, goes short and wide. Finds Cooper Edwards. He goes backwards to Benstead in the back pocket. Oh, this is dangerous. This is the training edit, Neil, he said. You can hear him coaching in the... This is the way they've trained it, is to keep them in the South Barwon forwards. They're going to play on Bell Park from deep in defence and go to the outer side. Oh, it's a good mark for Haiti too. Takes a good mark on half back for the home side. The Dragons try and move it towards centre wing. He goes with a right foot kick towards that position now on the outer side, off the back of the pack. Huggins, handball over the top to nobody in particular. Driver kicked it from mid-air and kicked it into the car park. It's out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick. And Bell Park will take it. It's going to be Riccardi once he gets the footy back from over the fence. It's 2-1-13. Bell Park, South Barwon one behind. We played 12 minutes in this first term. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Riccardi ended up palming that off as they go inside 50 yet again, the home side. Big fist came from Pearce for South Barwon. Ball forced at ground level. Kelly applied enough pressure. Looping handball over the top from Carmody. A bit nondescript in the end. Here's Lloyd. The ball bounces on its end away from him. Middleton wrapped up by a couple. A few players say he dived on it. Nothing doing. Be tossed up. 12.5 minutes gone on. Running turn. 12-point margin to Bell Park. We've started this one very brightly. Carlton Bridgewater to resume their battle. Bridgewater was up early. Mulraney tries to burst out of the stoppage. Was wrapped up by Maris. Pearce got his handball clear only as far as Cunningham, who knees one forward. Carmody on the spin for the Swans. Caldo up early. 1-2-3 with the juggle. Couldn't mark. Handballs quickly. Here's Dustin Burns back in the side, and his squaring ball was nice. And finds Jonty Broughton, who's also back in the team after his surprise axing last week. He'll have a shot from goal from about 45 out.
Yeah, you're right, Buzz. It was a bit of a surprise, but he might have a point to prove today, and he could be the point of difference up in that forward line as well.
23 goals in his 12 games, Jonty Broughton. Word was looked a class above last week, which you would expect. So in he comes for South Barwon's first of the afternoon. Not much of an angle to speak of. Will kick from just inside 50. Improves the angle slightly and hammers it home. They're on the board. Jonty Broughton's back with a bang. They go to 1-1-7. Bell Park at 2-1-13. Nearly 14 minutes gone on the K-Rock. Harvey Norman, Carrillo and Warm Ponds. First quarter scoreboard.
Oh, he's a talented footballer, we know that. Maybe just needed a little bit of a recharge last week. Buzz going back for the twos and getting a little bit of touch, and he looks like he started pretty well. He's got a bit of energy with himself down there in that forward 50, so he's looking forward to a big day, I'm tipping.
Qualifying final down at Port Arlington, Drysdale 5-2, 32 lead, angle C 3-1-19.
Okay. Yep.
On there. So around the grounds, thanks to Leopold Sporties this afternoon. Back to the middle here at High Sushi. Kaldu having a run on the ruck. He gets it down. Mulroney gives it back to Middleton. Got free. Sort of tumbling punt towards centre wing. Coming out the other way, Carmody got it. Picked it up and got it backwards towards Todd White. Close to the boundary line on centre wing. Around the corner, Kaldu had made up a lot of ground. The skipper took the mark at left half forward for the Swans. Plays on now, goes inside 50 with the kick into the pocket, over the head of a couple, and they can't keep it in there. South Barwon, they're going to have a boundary throw in the left forward pocket, southern end of the ground. We played 15 minutes in this first term. It's the home side by 6 points.
Just enjoying some time in the forward half now, the Swans, after a dicey start and hot start from their opposition. Tossed in now, one down by Callett, who's resting forward. Cleared now by the Dragons, out of trouble. Good fist came, but it was over the shoulder. Go the way of Bell Park. They're still at half back and not much to go to as they assess their options. Petering just drives it to half forward. Pearce has got the sip, but just got nudged under the footy, and the ball trickles over the line on the outer side and be tossed in just outside 50 for Bell Park. Played 15 and a half opening term. Anything else you're seeing for that Gully Plant Farm, Matthew, match-up wise?
Not really. Nothing sort of out of the ordinary, that's for sure.
Caldo on the ruck's interesting.
Yeah, just giving him a bit of a breather. Callett, a bit of a breather. They've got that luxury of putting Callett forward as well. So watching Callett do his ruck work, he sort of plays that kick behind the play as well. So he doesn't have to do as much full ground rucking.
Ball's in Bell Park's forward 50. South Barwon's defence working overtime there. They got it to the outer side and over the boundary line. So about 45 around from the Bell Park goal. We're going to have a boundary throw in. Kaldu, he's going to do the ruck work by himself, is he? Because nobody was nominated for Bell Park, so he took it out of the ruck, left foot kick, kicked it towards the boundary line. Patton tracks it with Middleton. Oh, Middleton just pushed Patton and the ball over the boundary line, and the umpire's happy with it. We're going to have a boundary throw in. So a bit more work to do for the boundary umpire at right half forward for Bell Park. They lead by 6 points. Middle stages of this first term here at High Sushi Oval. Boundary throw in. James Worm goes up against Kaldu. Both get a hand hook. Petering tried to get a free. He's wrapped up straight away in the tackle. And the umpire's letting it go. Now he's going to come in and ball it up just inside 50 for the Parkers. Worm giving Bridgewater a bit of a chop out in the ruck for Bell Park now. Up against Kaldu, goes up early. Worm got it down. Goff, though, roped it the better for South Barwon. His kick into the middle should be a hold. And free kick against Ben Lloyd there. Ball's going to come back. The Swans are going to get it, trying to get it moving anyway. Oh, Todd White got held up. He got to get the left foot kick away towards Fraser Ford. At the back was short little kick came around the corner from Darcy Brown. Didn't hit the target. Riccardi's handball back to Brown off a standing start. Right foot kick. Hyder half forward. Pearce goes up. Can't take the mark for South Barwon. His second effort was okay. Broke free as well and got the kick over his shoulder. Up the top. Well, there's a couple there for South Barwon. Middleton nearly got collected by his teammate, but he took the mark at half back.
He did. Handballed quickly to Starkey. Got numbers on this broadcast side. Carmody was one of them. Was fisted away. Shepherd went to ground. Shovelled forward. Hollard went without it for Bell Park, and Tobin wrapped up in a trio of Swans right in front of us, and it will be tossed up. Bit of push and shove as you'd expect. Nothing doing free kick wise, of course. Tossed up. Madigan and Patton manning each other at this stoppage. Caldo up early for the Swans. Won it down. Here is Madigan, who tries to shove his own teammate out of the way. Wareham. Now to Brown, off a step, just tumbles it inside 50. The old-fashioned chaos ball evades everyone and will be snuck through for it behind, in fact. Another behind to Bell Park. Goff thought about taking the kick in, but hands the duties to Starkey. Bell Park 2-2-14, South Barwon 1-1-7.
More dangerous kick into Cunningham. Had to come from behind. Huggins got wrapped up, dropped the footy. Umpire said yes. Jason, you are correct on this occasion. Left half forward for Bell Park. They'll get a free kick. The TV evangelist coughed it up. And the free kick has come back to Matt Jones. 65 from goal. And then drive it long to the top of the square. Who's sitting there? Goff from behind. Hits a couple of heads. Starkey kicked it off the ground in the end towards Madigan. It's in the right forward pocket for Bell Park, and pretty scrappy football. Ball somehow comes to Goff, who got a clearing kick back towards half back. Oh, a couple of Swans players, they missed it, and running the other way and not missing it, I think, was Cooper Edwards, who runs in. Inspiration's paint goal of the day. That might have been his first, by the look of the fact that 17 other blokes have run to him at half forward. And that could be the goal of the day, thanks to Inspirations Paint. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road, Grovedale. It's also Bell Park's third, 3-2-20. They lead. South Barwon 1-1-7. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
They were set up very well then defensively, Bell Park, particularly at about that 60 to 70 metre range from their goals. And repeat forward entries. They had 3 repeat forward entries then, and they just broke the damn wall and kicked a nice goal.
Lovely finish from Cooper Edwards. We're back in the middle. Kelly just went without it, had the opening out of the stoppage, left the footy behind. Driving inside 50 yet again. The Dragons then got another mark. Jones looked to palm it off. He started this game brightly. Squaring ball is pretty good, but good mark in the end to Wiedemann. Takes the relieving mark for South Barwon, directly in front of his own goals. He chips to the pocket, finds Goff in the long sleeves this afternoon. Not much ahead of him, so just forced to dump it down the line in that laconic kicking style. But it's chopped off yet again. Bridgewater with some strong hands goes quickly. Worm drives it straight to the hotspot numbers with South Barwon. It comes off Goff's fist. Dawson's there, helps Driver over the line and be tossed in a couple of metres around from the behind post. And the Dragons, Kirsch, are doing all the attacking so far, just about.
They are indeed. I think it's 9 inside forward 50s to 3.
Yeah, wow. Bit of domination from the Parkers at the moment. 13 points in the ascendancy. Boundary throw in left forward pocket for them. James Worm with a big double fister towards the top of the square. Kelly comes across for South Barwon. He can't pick it up though. He can now. He's going to be under pressure. He handballs over the top, partly chopped off. Goff ran out of room. Very close to the fence there. That's actually on the other side of the boundary line, so he can't keep that in. And it's going to be a throw in, still in Bell Park's attacking zone. And it's going to be a ruck contest between Ben Callett, who's back in the ruck for South Barwon, and James Worm for Bell Park. Throw in now. Short. Worm comes in, gets it back towards the boundary line. I think it's going to roll out again, and we're going to have another one. 3-2-20 Bell Park. South Barwon 1-1-7. 22 played in this first term. Time clock thanks to Barwon Foods. Sells the freshest fish direct to Udonga Road in North Geelong.
So brought in about 20 around from the Bell Park goal. Quick snap out of the pack. Won't be a score. Brown couldn't mark, had a couple to beat it. In any case, through for a minor score. 3-3-21. That moves Bell Park onto South Barwon 1-1-7. In red time, opening term on the K-Rock, Harvey Norman, Corai and Warm Ponds scoreboard. Starkey goes quickly looking for Goff, who stretches a mark. Still in his own defensive 50 though. On the broadcast side of High Sushi Oval. Drives it. Wiedemann has to jump. Good mark too. Had to sit and wait for that one, but showed some nice clean hands, the youngster. Goes quickly on his left foot to half forward. Jeez, Caldo has got some sticky jukes. Got the gripper on today. He goes quickly inside 50. The kick just hangs inside the boundary. It does to Broughton, who will have... This is about as tough of a shot as you can get here, Kirsch. You're the goal-kicking expert in the box. Although I never saw Jason play. I don't want to doubt your talents.
Much better.
What's he going to do here?
Much better kick to goal than Kirsch.
Well, it's a near impossible kick, this one, Buzz, because he's got that slight breeze coming over his right shoulder. So it's going to have to be all right goalpost here.
He kicks from the right half forward flank. Jeez, he gave it a good ride and he liked it off the boot. He nearly started to celebrate. The umpire was pretty quick, though, to signal a behind to the near side. Nearly made a good fist of it, and I can assure you, listeners, if that had gone through, Kirsch would have been claiming that for sure.
Tell you what, the goal umpire kept him in it for a little bit too. That's maybe why he celebrated.
Short little kicking goes to Ben Lloyd for Bell Park. He goes to half-back. Maris runs past for the footy. Left foot kick long inside 50. It's a one-on-one. Tapped away by Hollard. South Barwon get the numbers back there first. Goff's handball. Or put Pearce under pressure. That really can't be holding the ball. The ball spilt free. Maris around the corner. Kick was smothered. Still in dispute. South Barwon working overtime in defence, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. About 25-30 out from the Bell Park goal. So another chance for the home side here into attack. They move the ball pretty efficiently there through the middle from defence. Darcy Brown gets it down for them. Kick by Driver, didn't go too far. And then on hands and knees, Mulroney. He can't pick it up for South Barwon. Swans have the numbers, but they can't get away. Driver is there as well. Umpire Chaston will ball it up again. 30 out from goal.
Don't think he was happy having to fetch his own footy either. Just shot a little look.
Did too, Chasto. Not happy. Brown and Callett, the two number 6s. Goes to Brown again, handball. Chopped off, out the side. Shepherd for South Barwon, short to Chris Hughes. His brother's not playing, he's here, but Chris has taken the mark at half-back.
He goes to Huggins, who's dashing by. Still on the broadcast side. He's kicked down the line. Bridgewater was impeded by Caldo. The ball was out the back and the Swans were probably away, but free kick rightfully paid to Bridgewater, who kicks off a step. Gets a good piece of it too. Big fist from Huggins, the Mitch Nevitt lookalike. Hughes, Driver, stops and waits, tumbles one forward. I think this is the first time we've called Fraser Fort's name. He marks at half back, chisels one to Callett, who's got a man on in the middle if he can find him, and does. It's Mulroney who's bursting through. Didn't have to break stride. His kick towards Broughton in the pocket. Can he get there before it goes out of play? He does. Was he impeded? No. Bell Park did a good job to defend their own line. And eventually it's rushed over and it'll be tossed in a couple of metres around from the South Barwon goal.
Terrific kick through the corridor. Just that high risk, high reward.
I was going to say risk and reward, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So a boundary throw in, South Barwon into attack, left forward pocket for them. Late stages of this first term, there the goal. And Caldo goes up, push past the football, free kick for I think for a Shepherd. And, in the ruck contest. And 50 as well, for a little bit of lip afterwards, was it? I think so. So the skipper's going to come down and kick his first. And the second for South Barwon. So he's going to be on the goal line. He comes in, he kicks it. So they go to 2-2-14 now. South Barwon, Bell Park 3-3-21. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices and in the experts chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here's Kirsch.
Well, it was a bit better ball movement, wasn't it, by South Barwon, and it took Fraser Fort to come up into the play and get around the ball. And maybe they have to put him up the ground a bit to get him in the game at the moment, because like you said, he's only had that one touch. So a little bit of ball off the line, and I think that's what they need to do. Instead of keep going down the line to Caldo all the time, they shifted the ball off the line then, used the corridor, broke the game open and got it inside their forward 50 really quick, and that's when they're dangerous.
Round the grounds, thanks to Leopold Sporties. Colac 26, St Mary's 26.
Hello.
Nice. So we'll keep an eye on that game. The other games as well at quarter time here at High Sushi Oval.
So back in the middle, Callett was up early. Middleton with strength, as he always does. Geez, Kelly's head nearly got taken off. Clean off its shoulders. He takes the free kick. Shepherd bursting by at half-back for South Barwon towards Carmody, who gathers his own footy. Driver's bursting by, goes to half-forward on his best kick. Went looking for Broughton, but Benstead's a hard man to beat. And the ball will be tossed in just inside 50. 28 minutes gone on the Barwon Foods time clock. Opening term. 3-3 plays 2-2 here in quarter time. Bell Park's way, tossed in. Fort in the ruck now. Bridgewater against him, who was stripped of it. No free kick. Ball at ground level. Cunningham was ripped down by Maris. A good tackle. Comes clear. Brown started this game well. A couple of South Barwon players had the sit. Driver was one of them. Couldn't mark. Eventually out of play.
Hi, Jack.
Just shoots a little look.
He loves it, doesn't
I think he realises there aren't cameras in here. That's what he did that for, to be tossed in.
So boundary throw in. right in front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO. Win free fuel for a year thanks to Ice Break. Thrown in now. In front. Nobody could really take him. Maris got one high. Umpire was blindsided, didn't see it. Now Middleton on hands and knees for South Barwon. Tries to get that to Callett. Kelly's there as well. He gets it from Callett on centre wing. Right foot kick towards half forward. Great kick. Fort. Oh, took the diving mark. Hamlin Hanger contender down low. Fraser Fort comes back towards half forward. Chris Hughes has got it. Right foot kick. Beautiful to Caldo. That's great. Once they take it off the line, they look dangerous, don't they, Kirsch?
Yeah, they do. And they look, we mentioned before those matchups, you know, Benstead's the intercept mark king, so the kick down the line's not going to work majority of the time. So taking the ball off the line like they've done the last couple, inside their forward 50 quick, that's their scoring opportunities.
So Matty Keldu, who's kicked one goal this afternoon, and this for his second, and South Barwon's third, make the margin a point. Very close to quarter time. He comes in. He's about 30 out directly in front at the southern end, and he's missed well and truly. He might need some Kirsch action on Monday, I think.
Absolutely.
And they go to 2-3-15 now. South Barwon, Bell Park 3-3-21. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Little let off. He's usually a pretty reliable set shot. South Barwon skipper. I swear there used to be a net behind those goals, Jason. Am I just imagining the other end?
No, I think you're right. Yeah.
Bit annoying that the ball goes missing when there's a shot at goal.
Yep.
Anyhow, that's not for us to decide. Driven out of defensive line. Pearce tumbled one forward inside 50. There is Benstead with the big fist. Gains a good 15 metres, 2 into the middle of High Sushi Oval. Huggins did well not to give away a free kick. Wareham's in there for the Dragons. Maris again, like a pig in the trough. It'll be tossed up just forward of the centre circle for South Barwon. 21 plays 15, dying stages of this first term. It's been a good one when it's been an open play. Tossed up now, Bridgewater and Callett. Mulroney bursting through. Couldn't quite get there. Kelly rides his man into the ground, gives away a free kick. Going the way of the Dragons. And here's Maris, who likes it in tough, who takes the free kick.
Goes lateral with his kick. Still inside defensive 50. And he's taking their time to come out of defensive 50. Worm got it further afield. Mahadi takes it at half back, so they just want to switch the play now. Come back towards Benstead, who's got still inside defensive 50. He hasn't got much to kick to. Wareham's going to give him a lead now. He might have to go short to Ben Lloyd. He's going to go to Lloyd. It is just short. So they've set up pretty well behind the ball here, the Swans. Bell Park can't get out. They're still inside defensive 50. Going to be called to play on. Ben Lloyd hasn't got much to kick to. He's going to have to kick down the line. He does. Goes towards Mick Waters. It was a good kick. And he finds him. He just came off the boundary line to take the mark. Reece McWaters.
And the instruction from the bench at the moment as well is just to slow the game down. There's 32 minutes gone, so I think they're just trying to hold possession at the moment.
Ball goes, third in line, diving mark, and that was taken by Stefanovski.
Don't know why they can score if they go inside 50 here.
So he's got McWaters short. He's going to go long further into the pocket. Huggins going to have a couple against him. He goes up, but he takes the mark, the TV evangelist. And 50 as well. So, ran over the mark.
He bumped him as he was took that second grab.
So Neildy's yelling at him to run. That's 100.
That's a big 50.
No, he must have been given 100.
That must have been 100.
Must have been 100.
Surely.
That's worse than North Shores.
How's that?
That's 100.
So Blair Huggins, there's the siren. So there is the siren. He's going to have a set shot for goal. He's going to be kicking from 50 out.
He did blow the whistle twice, so he may have paid.
Might have been a lip as well.
Yep, I think so. Push and a lip. So Blair Huggins to make the score.
Hasn't kicked one this year, Jason.
All tied up. This is his first. Well, he's going to get a reception if he gets it. He's 55 out, directly in front. He runs very close to the man on the mark. Good for distance.
Distance is good.
Distance was good, but accuracy just pushed it to the near side and through for one behind. So that has South Barwon at 2-4-16 at quarter time. They trail Bell Park 3-3-21. We're going to take a break and come back. Great first term here at High Sushi Oval. 5 points of difference at the first change and the first quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all your big brands at Geelong's best prices. As always, here for APCO, win free, fuel for a year at APCO. Thanks to Ice Break, live, breathe, K-Rock football.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get to footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
And I think Birchie might have him now. Down to you, Birchie.
I do have Sakes with me here. A really good first quarter there, particularly the first part of that quarter, and you said it really ticked a lot of your boxes and your blueprint. You're really pleased with the boys.
Yeah, I was happy, especially with the start. Like South's a really good starting team too. So, yeah, we had a crack, which is what we wanted to do. We fell away a little bit and they hurt us at times, but overall, yeah, really happy.
And particularly in that first quarter, you were setting up really well defensively, which was then forcing repeat entries for your team. So that was really positive. It was making it hard for them to exit.
Yeah, just getting organised. You've got to do that against good sides. We haven't been doing great in that aspect, so it was pleasing to see it get some reward, yeah.
And forwards look dangerous up there, bring the ball to ground. You happy with that?
Yeah, bring it to the ground. We probably could have grabbed a couple more, but yeah, overall the pressure was the pressure when it hit the ground was good. That's trying to take away strength of there. So hopefully we can keep going.
Thanks, Sakes. Good luck.
Thanks to Birchie, thanks to James Saker there, the coach of Bell Park, joining us at quarter time. Just about ready for the start of the second term here, Morris Business Class Finance, second term at High Sushi. It's 5 points of difference. Bell Park 3-3-21, South Barwon 2-4-16. Kershall keeps us updated on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups, but to start the second term, here's Buzz.
Looks like Todd White's into the middle as well. Kirsch might be one for you to attack when we get a bit of a break, which you might get here. Just quickly on that, Kirsch usually across half back. Todd?
Yeah, well, they've brought him into the middle, and as we mentioned, they lost the clearances 9-6, and there's a bit of domination by Bell Park in that quarter around the ball, so maybe they're just bringing him in for a little bit of experience and a little bit of run.
There is a clearance for South Barwon. That's nearly a good mark to Lloyd. The advantage won't be paid to Wareham, who was burst in clear. Lloyd was being held on to at half back. Can't miss him in those bright green boots. Still in his own defensive 50 for now. And right half back, chiselling ball is nice. To Petering. Lloyd keeps running, gets the old 1-2, goes short to Tobin. Still at half forward, just forward of centre wing, in fact. That number's streaming by. Riccardi inside, 50. Not his best kick, and Pearce is there for the Swans to take the relieving mark.
So, Swans, they go along the line towards half back, looking for Caldu, punched away at the back though. Bell Park's defence working overtime against the reigning Matheson medalist, and a lot of boundaries thrown in between wing and half forward on the outer side. Bell Park attacking this in the southern end in this second term. Throw in for Callett, who takes it out of the ruck contest. Handball was all right. White got it with a left foot kick towards half forward. Beautiful play by Broughton, who got free and got the kick over the top. Fort in the gun, can't take the mark. Got his hand, chop. And he's going to take the free kick. And, well, I'm going to say it out loud. He's not the greatest kick sometimes, Fraser, but he's 15 metres out directly in front. I wouldn't have thought he'd miss, but they might be famous last words.
They might well be. But,
So this to actually give South Barwon the lead. He comes in. He is literally 15 out directly in front. Right foot kick. He's kicked at. So the other Matheson medalist puts it through. He's first of the afternoon. They go to 3-4-22. Lead Bell Park 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard. Asset Finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 for Morris.
Oh, the Todd White move's already had a positive start. Buzz, he's had the 2 possessions already, and he's had that 1 clearance which set up that goal. So the Todd White move's certainly a little masterclass, or a little master stroke by Mark Neal, putting him inside the middle.
9 there for Todd White this year, back into the team this week after playing for the Cats.
Is Nearly coaching, or is he just doing a comedy routine?
Well, he had the Ray-Bans on before, too. It looked like he was doing anything other than coaching. It's very cruisy, isn't he?
Bit of a rock star, isn't he, eh? They love him. He'll be signing autographs down there soon, the way he's going.
I'm telling you, he needs to invest in a bodyguard or security. Deal with all the fanfare down there. Bridgewater with a dominant hit out for Bell Park. It's no great advantage, though. Patton got his hands clear. Maris was caught trying to get that handball out. Be tossed up, still right in the middle of High Sushi Oval. As Jace mentioned, South Barwon now in the lead for the first time this afternoon, just by the point. 22 plays 21. Start of this second term. Ground level, Maris got it clear. Patton was nearly being held onto by White, who brings the Dragons skipper to ground, and we'll see if Jace Doherty can get us out of trouble.
So just forward of the centre circle for South Barwon. Callett's going to come do the ruck work. And against Bridgewater, he's got a good run on him, and he gets it down as well. But at the back of the pack, they break free. Hughes gets it wide towards Cunningham at half forward for South Barwon. He's pushed off the footy without it.
Jeez.
The ball comes around the corner, inside 50. Lockie Noble to come at it, push past the football though. Sarsevic's handball over the top, was looking for space, and the handball was too hot from Jones. Peters comes back there for South Barwon, through the middle, dump tackle, umpire says, held in. Wareham put that tackle on for Bell Park. Starkey, the man who's getting up with the football, and he will give it back to umpire Chaston, who'll ball it up right on centre wing. Point the difference early stages of this second term here at High Sushi. Bridgewater got it down, close to the boundary line. Pierce for Bell Park's handball over the top. McWater's under pressure, just got the handball free. Bridgewater came in, it got one high, the big ruckman. It's a good effort to get him high. Actually, he was falling to the ground. He plays on quickly, gives the handball away to McWaters. His short kick didn't even go 15, but Peters marked it and was paid the mark. It's a 3-on-1. South Barwon. Broughton goes up, can't take the mark. His second effort was great. Got it to Carmody, usually good at this situation. Right foot kick is missed to the near side and through. 4-1 behind. They go to 3-5-23, South Barwon, Bell Park 3-3-21. 5 played, second term, Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Certainly got a different vibe about it, the game-wise, last 15 minutes or so. Sorry, Kirsch. Last 15 minutes or so, Bell Park started the better of the two teams quite comfortably, but last period of play has been all South Barwon, hasn't it?
And it has 4 zip clearances their way too, so they're winning the ball at the source, get the ball forward, and they're looking real lively when they do.
And Peters takes the relieving mark from the Bell Park kick out. And plays on quickly too. Goes looking for Fort. The kick's too hot for him. Goes over his head, but butters up. And nearly got around on his left foot, then goes back on his right. Tumbles it clear. Did well, the big man. And Broughton marks just about at the top of the goal square. No real angle to speak of.
Oh, he's like a big staggering giraffe as he was moving through that forward 50, and he got it to boot. Likes a fortune. Play in front, you'll get the rewards, Buzz, they say.
That's it. Well, you do say. And Jonty Broughton has a chance for number 2 for him, and South Barwon's 4th of the afternoon. 20 out, pretty much straight in front. Makes a goal umpire work, but I think he snuck it home. And he has Broughton with a couple. South Barwon with their 4th. So a couple to start the second term for the Swans. First, Fraser Fort, who then set up the second, and Jonty Broughton with the goal. South Barwon 4-5-29, Bell Park 3-3-21 on the K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance second quarter scoreboard.
Well, come from a clearance originally, and it was that Jonty Broughton's marking effort, but more importantly, his second effort. When the ball hit the ground, he bounced back and gained possession and got the ball back inside forward 50, and they locked it in. So good effort by Broughton, and he was rewarded in the end with marking the ball inside forward 50 and kicking the goal.
Samary's 45, Colac 28 around the grounds for Leopold Sporties.
They just kicked away a little bit there, St Mary's.
A little bit of breeze down the Australian Land Company Stadium.
It'll be breeze, it'll be cold too, don't worry about that.
Well, feels like it'll be nice down there today. Now back to the middle here at High Sushi. And Callett gets it down in the middle. Rove though, robbed in the end by White. Left foot kick long from the middle. Oh, long kick, which was going to bounce through for one behind. That was a good kick off one step by Todd White. And they go to 4-6-30 now, South Barwon, Bell Park 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard. Into the back pocket, Sarsavic's going to be on his wrong side for a left. He got held up by Fort too. That's holding the ball. Big Fraser.
Gone, Big Fraser.
The big giraffe.
Big giraffe.
And they're telling him all about it too.
You've got to love that, Kirsch, from your big man to chase down
Biggest man in the competition, Buzz.
Oh, he's grumpy and angry too, and he loves that sort of stuff. And he's going to take the free kick at left half forward.
That's his.
And he's telling the spectators about it too, Big Phrase. He just lopes away and kicks it towards the top of the square again. He needs a mark, punched away behind by Bell Park. McWaters close to the boundary line. Oh, under pressure now. Perceived pressure too. He comes back to McWaters. His handball chopped off. Broughton in a phone box. Little right foot kick out. Kelly to run onto it. Gets through one. Maris puts the tackle on. It's gone up a temperature here too. It's gone up. Umpire Justin will come in.
High by not officiating.
Yeah, behind. Oh, and there's a little
Pat
bit going
Kelly
on
was
too.
not happy with being dumped after as well.
Yeah.
He's missed a few of those, Chaston. I reckon those high tackles. You got to reward the player going the ball. And if it's high, it's high. But he's missed a few, I reckon, today.
Well, pretty easy to get Paddy Kelly high.
Yeah, well, it's very easy to get him high.
But he is hard at the footy, isn't he? How hard is he? He goes in and under.
He's had a little bit of the fumbles today, but that one was really clean. He took
yeah.
possession with it, so that's the difference.
We're going to have a great look at this too. He's at left half forward. He's 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. There's a little bit of breeze from the right goal post for him back towards goal. He's just put it up. He hasn't quite got the distance. Big pack there, off the back of the pack and off hands and out of bounds. Good result for the Swans because they're going to have a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. And they lead by 9 points, 4-6-30. They lead Bell Park 3-3-21. We played 9 minutes in this second term. Time clock thanks to Barwon Food. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Brought in Brown, the relieving ruckman, or two relieving ruckmen, in fact, with Caldo in there for South Barwon as well. Ball at ground level. Carmody got his hands clear. Caldo, the tap on was clever. The soccer couldn't quite. That was Dustin Burns trying to track that one down. Run out of room. It's right next to the behind post. Attacking end for South Barwon. He lead this one by 9 points. Early stage of second term. Brought in again. Brown down for the Dragons. Reed off a step. Nondescript kick. It's all Jake Peters and South Barwon who kicks. It's a helicopter type thing to centre half forward. Off hands. Geez, Callett just used those big go-go gadget arms to grab the footy. He looked enormous then when he put his arms up. Brought to ground. It'll be tossed up at true centre half forward.
So ball up. Callett up against Brown for Bell Park. Falls to the side of the pack. Riccardi got his hands free and got it to Maris for Bell Park. Runs through the middle, goes towards half forward. Petering to go at it. Push past the football by Shepherd. Did well and gets a little right foot kick around the corner to Middleton. Going all their way at the moment. Middleton takes the mark. Point of the centre square at half back for the Swans. Drives it to half forward. Calder's got a couple on him. He goes up. Punched away from behind. Petering's front and centre was good. Then he dropped it. The umpire said yes. And it will be a free kick. Austin Shepherd, couple of good plays in the last 30 seconds. Called to play on. He's gone around his mark. Goes to the right foot kick. In towards 50. No mark. Chris Hughes at the front of the pack for Sarcevic. Oh, wrapped up. He's dropped the footy. The umpire said he has. There's two umpires here. One's paying something. The other one's paying the same. I don't know. I think they are. They're paying holding the ball.
He's having a bit of a mare at the moment, Charlie.
Oh, he is. Just hold on to it just a little bit too long.
Get the ball away from him for the moment.
That's it. And the ball has fallen to the man that the Swans probably want because he's kicked two already, Johnny Broughton, and he'll shoot for goal from 40 out directly in front.
Yep.
So all the play in the last 4 or 5 minutes, South Barwon. And they need to finish it off on the scoreboard. They lead by 9. This to make it 15. He comes in directly in front. Right foot kick. Oh, he sprayed that. That's into the car park. And just through for one behind. So they go to 4-7-31. South Barwon, Bell Park 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
For all their time in forward half and their inside 50 dominance, they haven't got reward on the scoreboard really at the moment, South Barwon, and they're just keeping the door ajar for Bell Park. Really, they could have had this to bed just about with the dominance they've had this quarter.
That's the voice of Matt Kershaw in the experts chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street, Geelong, as Lloyd plays on quickly. Wiedemann. Middleton got his hands clear now. Pearce off a step. Inside 50. Geez, Lloyd going back with the flight. Nearly took a good mark. Burns for South Barwon. Handballs quickly. Caldo squaring kick was nearly good to Mulroney. Comes off hands. Tumbled out of trouble, but only as far as Rowan Goff on centre wing out of side for the Swans. Squaring ball will be good enough. Geez, Peters had to stretch. That's another free kick for a dump tackle late almost. Nothing doing as Middleton lays the tackle. Be tossed up just forward of the centre circles for South Barwon. Maris in there. Tough as always for Ballpark, as you'd expect. Callett has the front position against Bridgewater. Cunningham brought to ground. Nearly threw that out just about to Peters, who's running onto it. Didn't want to bend down, not sure why. Handball's clear. Mulroney couldn't pick it up cleanly. Geez, Cunningham was caught high.
Yeah.
Got there first and was wrapped over the shoulder by Maris, and Cunningham will take the free kick from just outside 50.
So Harry Cunningham, probably not going to get the distance with the kick. He's going to be kicking from 55. Oh, no, Johnny runs past, and they're all lying wide asleep. Can you be that? Wide asleep?
I think so.
You just be asleep.
Go with
Bell Park were just like standing there watching Johnny Broughton run past. Lucky for them, he kicked it behind. He's hit 2 goals, 2. And they go to 4-8-32 South Barwon. Bell Park 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock, second quarter. Scoreboard, terrible kick in. Going to fall to Fraser Fort, turns around, right foot kick. Now, there's that kick I said that's not always crash hot. He kicked it out of bounds on the full.
He certainly did. He's put that into...
I wouldn't be betting my house on Fraser Fort to kick 10 straight, I can tell you. That's okay, but terrible kick in. Wow, Bell Park under pressure. And it's going to be a free kick. They'll have to do a little bit better from the back pocket on this occasion.
Yeah, they're just falling asleep at the wheel a little bit here, haven't they, Bell Park, defensively? Just a couple of little cracks opening up.
So Riccardi to bring it in for the Dragons from that wayward Fort shot. Good to see him back, of course, after his issues earlier in the season. Marty was up early. There's a block paid. Going the way of South Barwon and their captain, Caldo. He's doing some relieving ruck work. Not a heap for him, so just goes high into the forward line. Benstead was up early, couldn't mark. Cunningham round the body looking for White. Fisted away from him. The ball's just inside, just directly in front of goal. Middleton got a case of the fumbles just at the worst time possible. Hughes' kick was smothered. Shepherd, he's got Peters in support, who kicks off a step. Tumbling ball to the pocket. Nothing doing. Fort wanted the free kick, but the kick was over his head and will be tossed in 10 metres around from the South Barwon goal.
12-1 inside forward 50s at the moment in favour of South Barwon. Absolute dominance. But only kicked the 4 goals so far.
Stats thanks to Kerr's Hire, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. Kirsch keeping them this afternoon. Brown gets it down for Bell Park. Ball spills free. Still inside 50 for the Swans. They're going to come across Bell Park into the back pocket. Might be okay this time. It is. And that's Jones with the ball in the back pocket for the Parkers. Indecisive, kicks it towards Neildy. Neildy might take the mark, I think, and he nearly did. He's going to get possession. He got one. Well done, Neildy. And he gave it back to Austin Shepherd, who's standing right next to him. He's going to take the resultant free kick. Goes inside 50 with the kick. It was pretty good. Looked for Carmody. He couldn't take the mark. Now Wareham for Bell Park. Gets it on the outside to Riccardi. Wants to come back on his right. Gets around a couple. Gets it free. They go now. Worm goes towards half forward. Goff gets in front of James Worm. Cross half back for the Swans. His handball back towards the Evangelist. Huggins gets it out and they switch the ball. It's okay. Driver takes it at half back.
He goes quickly to Peters, who has to sit and wait and marks. He goes inboard. Nice kick too to Wiedemann. Has White streaming by, who has Callett streaming by. The big ruckman tries to arch the back. Gets his handball clear. White, he arches the back too. Goes to Caldo. This would be some sort of team goal. Caldo lights it up. That is a fantastic goal.
At their best.
That is a goal of the day, thanks to Inspiration Paint. And Matt Caldo was the beneficiary of some fantastic team play, Matt Kershaw.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's just that one again off the line, the 45, into the corridor. They just pull the trigger on it and go, and it gets their running game going. A bit of run and carry, a little bit of overlap. They got numbers to give that handball receive to, and away they go. But great work by the big fella. It's like a big rugby scrum. He's just coming straight through.
Nobody was stopping him.
He was not stopping the big fella. Great team goal, great team lifter, and a great reward for the amount of ball they've had inside forward 50, inside forward half, and pure dominance of possession.
So back to the middle. 17 points of difference here now. South Barwon with the ascendancy. Going up, Darcy Brown for Bell Park. Got it down in the middle. Mulroney puts the tackle on Maris. And while it's pretty wet around the ground, it's pretty hard in there. So I think that might have stung a little bit from Fraser Maris. Callerton takes it out of the ruck again, rugby scrum style. Right foot kick to Fort, who goes up and nearly takes the mark. Umpire says play on. Ball spills free. The Parkers the other way, might be able to get it out. Wareham was looking for a handball over the top. Drew a play, then Patton, hardly been sighted. Handball, kick around the corner. Might be all right to Maris. He gets it out wide. They've got a player out there, Tobin. Goff bears down on him. Can he get around? He got the handball. It was chopped off. Coming at it was Wiedemann as well. Back towards Tobin. Needs to get the quick kick away. Does. Inside 50 with it. At the back of the pack. No mark taken by Dawson for Bell Park. Got it away though. Riccardi, good in this situation. Kicks the goal. Inspiration's paint goal of the afternoon. Contender from Oscar Riccardi. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road, Grovedale. And to say that Bell Park needed that goal was an understatement. His second of the afternoon for Bell Park. And they go to 4-3-27. They trail South Barwon 5-8-38. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right. It was just the against the play, against the whole flow of the play for the whole quarter, really, that was. And just a little bit of probably poor defensive aerially South Barwon were there, and when the ball hit the ground, you don't give Riccardi much of a chance. He doesn't need more than half a metre, and he's got you, and that's exactly what he did there.
A couple of fantastic finishes in a row at either end. Callett won it down for South Barwon. White was caught in a strong Will Tobin tackle in the middle of the ground. We'll toss it up and do it all again. 19 minutes just ticking by on the Barwon Foods time clock. Tossed up now, not sure what Chasto's waiting for. Does throw it up now. Callett threw a straight leg at it, couldn't get anything clear. Tobin again with a strong tackle. Another stoppage. Just repeating that score, 5-8-38 plays 4-3-27. South Barwon's way on the Morris Business Class Finance second term scoreboard. Brown in the ruck now for the Dragons. White wriggles clear, does well. Being good since he's been thrown into the middle of the park, as Kirsch mentioned. Wareham couldn't mark, fisted clear of Peters, and then Butters up at ground level, kicks off a step inside 50. Caldo was up early, falls to Broughton. Benstead just ran it down. Lovely smother. Goal-saving smother just about by Steve Benstead. Will be tossed up 40 from goal, directly in front.
So Callett up against Brown. Falls to the back of the pack. Tackle by Hughes and also Cunningham. And they put that tackle on Jake Reed. So ball up inside the Swans forward 50. Comes out towards Carmody. Kicks over his shoulder. Right foot. Tumbling punt to the top of the square. Getting back there. Good mark. The last line of defence was from Pearce. They go wide. So Bell Park trying to draw a couple of players. They give it on the outside. They run free and go towards centre wing with a tumbling punt. Pearce comes at it and takes the mark on centre wing. And he's hurt his opponent there too, who came back with a fly to the football. He's still on the ground. We'll keep an eye on that. Thanks to St John of God. Now goes towards half forward. Carmody and also Fort. And in back play here, I think it might be Matt Jones. It is coming off. I think he just got collected. Coming off okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Birchie's downstairs. St John of God. We put you first. Boundary throw in. Left half forward for South Barwon. Callett. We tried to kick it out of mid-air in the end. Now that Bell Park get it free towards Dawson, who takes the mark. Who was coming out and wants to draw a play and give it away to Tobin. Had to wait for it a little bit. Goes along the line with the kick. Out in front of McWaters. Does it sit for him? It does. He's got a bit of time and space now. He got around. Goes to the right foot tumbling punt. Getting back there. Hughes defensively did well. Wants to see the safety in the boundary line. Oh, that's deliberate. He tried to get it through for a behind. And the umpire says throw it in. Oh, lucky.
Get lucky.
A little bit of luck there for Chris Hughes. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket for Bell Park.
Yeah, I'm very surprised it wasn't paid since it was raised here on K-Rock. The insufficient intent rule.
Have you noticed any pickup since you...
No, once.
Once.
Twice,
I think.
Twice.
Yeah, the one at Colac and the
one at St Mary's.
Yeah.
Hasn't quite worked, Kirsch.
2 out of 20.
Two more than we've had previously.
Kick goes high. Is it a mark paid to Riccardi? No, didn't go far enough according to the umpire. They came from a South Barwon boot in the end. There was plenty of players round it. It'll be tossed up anyhow pretty quickly. It's straight in front of the Bell Park goal. 25 out. Caldo down there for South Barwon. Goff went without it. South Barwon with the numbers at the back. Middleton. Kick was partially smothered. Carmody tries to gather. Did well. Madigan streaming to the middle of the ground. His kick towards Broughton and Benstead. Broughton was clean as. Left foot kick is pretty good to Ford, who's got about 5 metres of space. Gathers now at half forward. Kicks inside out in his right foot. Mahadi tackled by Noble. Got his handball clear and Reed. And sees it over just inside the paint of 50. South Barwon with some quick transition again. No score on this occasion. Tossed in, 23 minutes gone on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. Fought in the ruck for the Swans. Beaten to it by Bridgewater. Pearce wrapped up by Middleton, and we'll do it all again.
So 23 and a half played in this second term. Swans by 11 in their attacking zone. Fort took it out of the ruck contest, wrapped up by Darcy Brown straight away. Umpire will come in with a bit more work to do. Big pack around this ball up at left half forward for the Swans. Both ruckmen get a hand to it. Back to Fort. Right foot kick around the corner. Fraser has missed the goal. Put it through just for one behind. 1-1 his personal tally. 5-9-39 now South Barwon, Bell Park. 4-3-27 Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboards. Asset Finance by Geelong people for Geelong people. Call 1300 for Morris. I've lost the footy, I think.
Yeah, well, there is nets behind these goals, Jace, but the ball went over them.
Round the grounds, thanks to Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. Drysdale 56, Anglesea 32 in the qualifying final on the Ballerine.
Of course, you can hear tomorrow's elimination final on KRockFootball.live as Wareham plays on from his own defensive goal square. Drives it to the wing. There's a massive pack of players around that white. First there for South Barwon. Handball's back. Driver off a step inside 50. Benstead's got the sip, but Broughton out the back. Squaring ball is delightful. He's on one today, Johnsy Broughton, Kirsch.
Is absolutely on fire. Even though the one-on-ones he's winning, you know, like he's just got a little bit of energy today. So maybe it was a master stroke by putting him in the twos last week, rejuvenated him a little bit, and he's certainly come out one of the better players on the ground at the moment.
Yep, he's got a tough matchup too with Steve Benstead, but he's getting the better of it. And it's Dustin Burns was the man he found, who's back in the team today. Stabs at it, awkward looking thing, but it's through. South Barwon have got their fourth for the quarter. And Burns, who last played 6 weeks ago in the seniors, back into the team and back with a goal. South Barwon's fourth of the term, and they finally make that sort of forward half dominance pay off, Kirsch.
Absolutely. He kept that low because the nets are so low, and the last one went over in the car park and they couldn't find it. So
I'm not too sure he should be giving Jake Reed some, some la-la as he walks past. That wasn't the greatest kick for goal, can I tell you?
That wasn't fantastic. It nearly came off his shin.
Bit of a helicopter. You might get some invoices going, I think, during the week, Kirsch, I think.
But a lot of dominance everywhere on the stat board here at the moment by South Barwon, and they're just starting to put it together on the scoreboard.
Bridgewater got it down in the middle and got it back, and his handball towards Sarcevic, who tries to break free, got the handball over the top. Tobin, he gets slung, got the footy away, dropped the footy, then had to go a second time. Still at centre half forward, the umpire will come in and ball it up. So they've rugby scrummed it to centre half forward, the Parkers. Fair to say they might need a goal just before half time to settle things down. They will have a slight breeze in the third term. Going up, Bridgewater got it down. Rove, though, by South Barwon. They get a tumbling punt towards Fort. Punched away from behind by Mahadi. Fort's second effort over the top of it. Little grandma sort of handball out. He just took his time. Left foot kick around the corner. Bell Park back towards half forward. It's okay. Jones has recovered, and he's taken the mark at left half forward for Bell Park. 26 and a half played in this second term. He goes short with the kick, lowered his eyes, no mark taken, petering. Starkey comes at him, pushed him over the football, handball backwards. Still with Bell Park, they've got the numbers. Jones. His kick up the chimney. Kelly used the body nicely. Ball still in dispute. And South Barwon happy to lock it up defensively, and we'll have another ball up. How did Kelly use the body there? Well. And it's going to have a ruck contest now. 6-9-45 South Barwon. Bell Park 4-3-27.
Hope Kelly's not in the ruck contest, Chase. South Barwon will have some issues. Will be fun to look at. One down. South Barwon with a clearance. Here he is, 2 on cue. Tumbles one to the wing. Carmody, who's not also vertically blessed. He's well tackled. Good ball up, but you can hear, might be able to hear Mark Neald in the effects might saying, well done, Jacko. Was happy with his efforts there, Kirsch.
Indeed, because he held it up. There was a 2-on-3 and he halved the contest and we got a stoppage.
It's up against Cooper Edwards, who's got a little bit of height on him. So tossed up Bridgewater. That was lovely ruck art. Kelly dropped the ball and then socked it forward to Burns, the last goal kicker. Kelly comes streaming forward. Now, will this be insufficient intent, Kirsch? That is paid every day of the week in the AFL.
Never pay that.
He's old school.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tossed in right in front of us. Best seat to the house, then to APCO Cafe 24/7. Win free fuel free here at APCO, thanks to Icebreak.
So, boundary throw in, Caldu up against Bridgewater, getting it down. Bridgewater gets a second effort towards half forward. It's a 2-on-1. The 2 is with South Barwon. And Goff gets it to Driver, bounces over a couple, lucks of fortune. Good tackle, but handball to Hughes. Gets it to Mulroney. Grub from 45, right foot kick, goal! Bang! Inspirations paint. Goal of the afternoon contender from Taylor Mulroney. What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road, Grovedale. And he puts his first on the board. And again, around just a little bit of luck at half forward, but you make your own luck in this game too sometimes. South Barwon 7-9-51. They lead Bell Park 4-3-27. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, just that dominance again around the stoppages. 14-5 this quarter clearances by way of South Barwon. So it just shows you how they've got back to work. They lost the first quarter in clearances. It's an area they tidied up on. Todd White's been instrumental. Pat Kelly stepped up, and they've kept Lockie Patton quiet.
Bell Park were way out of the middle there too, but the smother came from Cunningham. Carmody was stripped of it though by Patton, who's never afraid to do the hard work. Chased Carmody down inside his own defensive half. The Dragons captain, forced to hold it up, goes short to the other experienced man in Benstead, who goes wider still to Edwards at half back. The kick is pretty ordinary. Out in the full it is. Driver will take it. Goes off a step, has Madigan in some space, who marks on centre wing wheels and goes on that left foot of his inside 50. Fort pushes his man out of the way, had the 1-2 juggle. Broughton got a fit of the fumbles at the inopportune time, and his legs were taken out too. I hope he's okay. Man came across. Looks a bit sore, Johnsy Broughton. I'm sure Bert, you'll keep an eye on that for us. Ball's through for a minor score in any case.
Ben Lloyd plays on from full back for Bell Park. Goes towards Mahadi. Takes the mark at half back. Broughton up at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that thanks to St John of God. Injury update. He's still in the goal square. Now Mahadi into the middle. It's a good kick. Took his time. Petering wants to play on quickly. Got a bit of space and time now. Kicks it out to Reed on centre wing for Bell Park. They've got the numbers. Riccardi's got some space and time at right half forward. Brings it back in board with the kick. Needs a mark. Doesn't get one. At the back of the pack. Swans with the numbers. Handball to nobody in particular from Callett. Falls to the side of the pack. Riccardi comes back at it. Wrapped up. And Swans working overtime. Deep in defence. We're going to have a ball up. We've played 30.5 minutes in this second term. South Barwon 7-10-52. Bell Park 4-3-27.
Long quarter. Callett won it down. Patton got his hands cleared. Driver tumbles one back towards Patton. Ball's only moved a couple of metres or so since the stoppage, and we'll have another one. Been plenty then this afternoon. Maris at the bottom of the pack again. By Chaston throws it up. Callett and Bridgewater go to work again. Madigan tries to find a way out of trouble, was wrapped up quickly. Another stoppage is 31.5 minutes nearly ticked by on the Barwon Foods time clock, nearing the main break. Bridgewater up early again. Middleton comes charging through with that big body. Gee, that's a good mark down low. Really good mark to Cooper Edwards. and then brought down as he played on quickly by Cunningham. Noble came streaming through. There's a whistle because Noble was caught high as he dished it away. Mark Neal wanted the advantage. You can probably catch that in our effects mic. Don't need Kirsch because you can hear Nealdy as Cunningham plays on quickly, follows the coach's instructions. Inside 50, geez, that is a fantastic mark. A mark of the day contender. That is an excellent stretch by Bridgewater. Hung up in the air, going back with the flight. Terrific courage, Jace.
Goes short to Benstead, he goes short to Patton, still inside defensive 50. And there is the siren for half-time here at High Sushi Oval. And the Swans, they took control in that second term. 7:10:52. They are at half-time, Bell Park, 4-3-27. And in that quarter, 5 goals, 6 they kicked South Barwon to lead by 25 points at the main break. 1 goal straight to Bell Park in that second quarter. And players just mulling around in the middle of the ground. Birchie's going to head out and hopefully get a Swans player for a bit of a chat as they come off the ground after that 5-goal second quarter. They used the breeze nicely, and they, as Kirsch said, and the Kerrs High stats dominated around the middle of the ground. And here is Birchie. I think she's got the captain of South Barwon, Maddie Caldew, with her.
Yeah, Maddie, the Swans hit back hard there in that second quarter, really cleaned up the clearance work and got on top in that area.
Yeah, it was good to see the mids get some ascendancy in there and then a few more entries and looks at it. Yeah, it was good.
And you look really dangerous, particularly when someone bites off that 45 kick. Hughes, he did it for you down the back here and just pulled the trigger, and away you went with the handball chain. It resulted in a goal from you. So that was the best play of the day, but it's really working for you when you take it off the line.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to try and change angles as much as we can, and then handball receives off half back to get the ball moving.
Hey, find the conditions out here, it's a little bit heavy.
Nah, it suits me. I'm slow, so I'm happy with it.
Good luck for the second half. Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, Birchie, and thanks to Maddie Caldew there. Coming back to Maddie Caldew's level at the moment, but I think he's going okay. He's kicked 2, and it's the Swans by 25 points at half-time. 7:10:52. They lead Bell Park 4-3-27. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have half-time. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery and the ultimate half-time beer made right here in Geelong. And we'll go around the grounds. We'll get some injury updates, the stats thanks to Kerr Hire, and we'll also have a look at the head-to-head thanks to White Cross Healthcare. It is the Swans by 25 points at the main break. Win free fuel for a year at APCO thanks to Icebreak. Live, breathe, K-Rock Football.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get the footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There's literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
we're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
From that sort of congested situation, and they just dominated with that ball movement. You saw them, pull off the 45 kick and really pull the trigger hard on those ball off the line. And geez, once they got their running game going, their run and carry and their overlap, they were very, very hard to stop. And a lot of the defenders were just watching the ball go over their head because it was coming in that often, and the shots they had on goal. So again, Bell Park, they've got to get themselves back into the game, and they've just got to lift their work rate and go with South Barwon. And it starts on each line, and but mainly in the middle. They've got to start winning that ball back at the stoppage phase, and starts with Lockie Patton. He's the one who's got to get him going. Todd White obviously stepped up for South Barwon, but really Bell Park's work rate needs to lift, and they've just outworked all over the ground.
Thanks, Kirsch. Head-to-head, thanks to Whitecross Healthcare, scooters, walkers, but much more trusted advice, best solutions this afternoon. The head-to-head is Steve Benstead and Jack Driver.
Yeah,
he's seeing that at half-time.
Hasn't been a high intercept marking game, that's for sure. And poor old Stevie Benstead saw a bit of the ball coming in that quarter, particularly his job on Jonty Broughton as well. And Broughton has almost brought his own football inside that forward 50. So Benstead's actually having to play a real defensive post today. Like, he hasn't got that ability to be able to zone off or roam free in his back half today. So he has to play a real lockdown role. Whereas Jackie Driver didn't see much of the ball. He's the opposite. They only had the 5 inside forward 50 or 6 inside forward 50, so he didn't get really much opportunity to put his show on display, but he got himself, he's finished the half with seven kicks, 1 handball and 3 marks, and Stevie Benstead's had himself 5 kicks and 4 marks. So at this stage it's pretty even Stevens. Jackie Driver's just got his nose in front at this stage of the game.
Now you two just wax lyrical for a minute. I just got to say hello to somebody. I'm doing a Tom King.
Okay, do it, Tom King. That's fine. But yes, Buzz, if it continues to be like that, then Jackie Driver's not going to see much of the ball himself in the air if South Barwon continue that dominance in their forward half. And it was about time in possession as well. They had so much of the ball in their hand that quarter. Disposals would have been double, I reckon, of what Bell Park had. They just could not get their hands on the ball at all. And again, it comes down to work rate, and Bell Park just need to work a little bit harder.
Yep. So what do I have to do if there's one thing? If you were James Saker in that halftime break, Kirsch, what are you telling the group?
Probably that would be the main message, and getting their hands back on the ball and probably nullifying their run, South Barwon's run. South Barwon, when they get their running game going, as we saw, they are very hard to stop. They're as good as anyone in the competition with their run and carry game, so they just need to be a little bit better one-on-one, start having some contests rather than losing some contests. So
might have the coach.
We have Mark Nields joined us in the box.
Hello, Nieldy.
How you going, guys? I'm not on.
No, you're not on.
No,
I'm back. How you going?
Good, mate. Complete domination that quarter. 21 inside forward 50s to 6, and probably going at just a bit better than 50% that quarter. You probably would have liked a few more goals, 5 goals, 6.
Yeah, coaches always, as you know, coaches always want more goals. Look, to Bell Park's credit, yeah, we had momentum, and we know that in footy games, momentum swings. They did a really good job to scramble defence quite a number of our inside 50s. But it was, look, I suppose in a way, Kirsch, it's a little bit less stressful for a second when the ball's in your area. But we would have, it's a good contest so far, I reckon.
The move Todd White into the middle of the ground paid dividends. I thought he was terrific that second quarter.
Yeah, he was. Well, Todd's a part of the Cats VFL program, so for us that's really good. Like, he's a leader at our footy club, and he's a very good player, but he actually called that one himself. I think that's fine.
I gave you all. We call it a master stroke.
No, I'm happy with that. So, Kirsch, as you know, this new generation, we empower. So I'll take the credit for empowering, and Todd can take the credit for saying, "Hey, Nildy, I reckon I want to go inside for a few minutes and see how it goes."
Well, it worked like Buzz said. I mean, your domination around the clearances was really impressive that quarter, and it nullified Lockie Patton's influence on the game as well. So the White move was fantastic. You got on top of the clearances, nullified Patton's influence.
Yeah, sometimes it works, as you guys know. Sometimes it doesn't. But we've certainly got an arm wrestle on our hands, and Bell Park are a good footy side, really good footy side. We know that they're 4th on the ladder. We've got a big second half. Have fun, boys. I'm losing my voice out here. I'm
a bit hoarse.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, right. Here's Joe Spy.
Thank you, Nieldy.
Here's Joe Spy.
Coach of South Barwon, Mark Nield, joining us. Just the cruisiest of cats, Nieldy, isn't he? I'm not sure you would have done that in your day, Kirsch, if you were asked.
Particularly if I was down.
Tobin inside 50. Straight away for Bell Park. Huggins is there, coughs it up though. Bridgewater has Petering on his outside, who nearly catches Kelly High. Hughes for South Barwon. They run it out by hand. That's Shepherd. Loops on over the top to Driver, who awkwardly kicks on, it must be said, but good enough to find Peters. Half back. Goes a long way back. Kick doesn't make it to Huggins, but still has time to mop up. Goes across goal to Goff in the long sleeves. Rowan Goff for South Barwon. Not a heap ahead of the footy for him, so just holds it up. It goes very short to Madigan. Still in their defensive 50, South Barwon.
Yeah, they've set up well here, Bell Park.
who goes further still to Huggins.
So the Evangelist goes short, and mark taken by Jake the Snake. Peters comes back to centre half back. Harry Cunningham takes the mark. They're just possessing the footy, trying to get it out. Kelly at half back takes the mark. Pearce comes up at centre wing, takes the mark. So he worked hard there because he was in the back pocket before Pearce. He's got the centre wing. He's taken the mark. Kelly to run on. He wants to give him the footy. Gives it to him. Goes with a right foot kick along the line. Oh, it's a helicopter. And it's off hands. Nearly says that's all right. And it's off Johnny Broughton's hands and out of bounds for a throw. And thanks for indulging me, boys. Sorry, I haven't seen the Australian assistant coach for quite a long time.
When the Australian cricket coach, assistant coach, comes by,
You say hello.
You have to
I
say
haven't
hello,
seen him in a
don't you?
while. It was good. It was good to see him. It was good to see him. He didn't want to come on radio. I did try, but he wanted to keep it very low key.
Tossed in, Cullett in there, hard up against Worm. It's brought to the ground. I think Borrow was behind Alex Carey wearing his old South Barwon jumper before last year's grand final, was he not?
He was, very much so, absolutely.
Sure,
Yes.
that was a good get, the Australian keeper. Patton trying to burst his way through. Mulroney's a hard man to beat, though.
I always say that I played cricket with Andre Borovic and Aaron Finch. It just happens to be that I didn't play in the same grade as them, but I played at the same club.
Doesn't matter. Yep, claim that.
They're much better than me.
One down by Callum and looking for Kelly, who was bursting by. Beaten to it by Wareham, and now Riccardi on the outside. Kicks on his non-preferred left to half forward. Huggins, the Mitchell Everett lookalike, gets the fist in. Ball trickles inside 50. Shepherd goes by hand to Driver in some space. Thinks about handballing. In the end, just forced to kick high up and under to Wareham and Goff. Off hands. Well done by Bridgewater, who's been terrific for the Dragons. It'll fall for his captain, Lockie Patton, who tries to get away. Gets a loopy handball as he was swung to the ground. Now, Huggins with a strong tackle. That's holding the footy. Trying to do too much was James Worm, and the free kick will be taken by Huggins at centre half back.
So Huggins, talk about the handball. He's a bit indecisive at the moment. He likes to go lateral across to half back is okay. Jack Driver, handball it please Jack, he does. Gives it away by hand to Madigan, who runs past, left foot kick. And Doyle has put that wide. Fort pushes Mahadi past the football. And just gets rid of a couple. Fraser called hot for holding the ball, and he's not happy. Look at him. He's not happy.
Grumpy cat. Look at him.
Oh, yes. And he's given away the free kick. Boris said he could play AFL footy. He reckons he's a big boy. I said he's way too grumpy to play AFL footy. Goes backwards. Now Bell Park want to switch the ball. Oh, that's a terrible looking kick to Reid. Oh, that's LB. It gets him on the knee roll. He kicks it around the corner. Got a bit of time and space. The kick though missed the target completely.
A little messy.
Very messy. Matt Jones couldn't keep that in. Chris Hughes was right next to him, and a bit of pressure from the South Barwon forwards. It's 3.5 played in this third term. No addition to the half-time score. South Barwon 7-10-52. Bell Park 4-3-27.
Brought in now. Caldo back in the ruck, and Brown, the two relieving ruckman. Geez, that's a lovely shark by Madigan, who was wrapped up in a wonderful tackle. It was almost a chicken wing style from Isaac Wareham, but it was a good one. They need more out of him. He's a smooth mover, Isaac Wareham, averaging 23 touches this season. It goes short to Tobin. He's on centre wing broadcast side. Held up for the time being, so just goes down the line. Drivers there, got the sit. Unopposed, takes the mark. Goes quickly to Cunningham, who's at half-back, called to go, but held up in the end by Riccardi. Harry Cunningham assessing his options. Just goes down the line. Caldo wrestled out of it. Up early. Caldo won it at ground level, and then Madigan tumbles it forward to half forward. In fact, Broughton used the body well again. Picks up cleanly, was tackled just at the right time. Fort on the turn. Can he get the bounce? Oh, didn't bounce the right way. Went left instead of right. And hit the post. Minus score.
Celebrated too. He put the big jukes up in the air.
So Parker's to kick in. Lloyd short. Finds Lockie Patton. Plays on. Runs across centre half back. Goes to the middle. Straight down the middle to Hollard. Haven't called much of him today. Left foot kick out wide to Wareham, who created some space for himself. 65 from goal, wants to wheel, gets around. Riccardi running past. He elects to go further. Punched in the middle by Worm, coming across. Driver does well. Handball over the top. Clearing handball to Kelly. Wants to get away from Patton and does. Turns him inside out. Little right foot kick. Dangerous. Tobin comes at it for Bell Park through the middle. Pearce ripped off the football. Then Groy drags it back in. Be careful. That could be holding the ball. Umpire says play on. Ball spills free. Tackle on by Maris. And the umpire will come in and do a bit of work at half forward for Bell Park. They're 4-4, 28-25. The difference, South Barwon 7-11-53. 6 played in this third term.
Can see Tim Sherman out there as the runner, probably the most highly credentialed runner in the history of footy. Good to see him still around at the club he represented for so long. And with distinction too. Speak about best players pre-game, Kirsch. He'd be right up there.
Did you say Tim Sherman?
Tim Sherman, Tim Sheringham. What am I talking about?
Oh, he would be a fair
but
runner
both
as well.
of them are pretty good, aren't they? As they go inside 50. That's the Parkers. Goff with the strong tackle now. He caught his man high, though. Just slipped up at the inopportune time for Owen Goff's sake. Anyway, Bell Park have a good look at goal here. Going the way of Lucas Stefanovski. His last appearance, round 4 last year in the seniors. He's kicked 27 goals in the twos this season.
I reckon we actually done that game.
Yeah, I think we
He hurt
did.
his knee,
Yes,
I
he
think.
did too. That's
And
right.
I think he might have done an ACL. And he was very talented. He was actually with the first couple of games last year.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He is, good size. He'll kick from left half forward. 45-degree angle or so. Can he bring it back with the angle? I think it's through. Bell Park certainly reckon it's through. And it is. Bit of a team lifter from Lucas Stefanovski. Bell Park with the first of the second half.
Do you reckon he might have kicked a few from there at training on a few nights, Kirsch?
Yeah, I reckon he might have. He brought it back nicely with that slight breeze just coming over his right shoulder, and it just was enough. That was his range. He knew his range and went back and slotted it nicely. You're right about that team lifting type goal, and they've 3 zip and clearances, and we spoke about where they've got to win the ball, and they've started to do that. So they've come out with a bit of energy. Their work rates lifted, and they might be able to get themselves back into this game of footy.
Back to the middle. Back to 19, the difference. Caldo goes up in the ruck for South Barwon. Ball spills towards Wareham. Gets it away. Handball to Riccardi. Had it, lost it, got it back, got around. 3 or 4. Does danced, went through the middle. Goes towards centre half forward. Oh, Goff used the body beautifully and took the mark. Fantastic play by Rowan Goff. K-Rock zone gets it towards Mulroney. Has to stretch and take it at half back. He chips the ball out wide. Heard the call. It was a terrible kick to Carmody. He picked it up though, right next to the boundary line. Goes back towards Jake the Snake Peters. Oh, he can't get that. There's the mark. It dropped. Now Carmody through some traffic, does well through the middle and through towards South Barwon. They're lining up. Now Dustin Burns kicks it back inside forward 50. Kick around the corner from Cunningham was terrible. And Benstead got back there and plays on for Bell Park and going to relieve the pressure.
He actually didn't need a kick around the corner. He could have just straightened up and ran in.
Jeez, we spoke to Hamish Lucas before game about unrewarded running. Austin Shepherd was free on this wing for a long time, and he's in the game here. Has to go back with the flight and does pretty well. Brought it to ground. At ground level, Jeez, Burns got the speed wobbles. Got his handball cleared just. Shepherd brought to ground. Strong tackle. The Bell Park crowd are crying ball, and they get it.
I think that's a crowd free kick, that one, Buzz.
They were noisy, but Matt Jones is the beneficiary. Started the game like a house on fire. Kicked the first. He plays on. Centre wing. Goes to half forward. Bridgewater nudged under it, and I think it's paid to Bridgewater, is it not? It is. Was up early. He's got men inside 50 if he wants. Ignores that. Just kicks off a step. Standing start almost. High to the goal square. Goff put his hand up and rushes it through for a minor score. 5-4-34 the Dragons. South Barwon 7-11-53. Nearly 10 minutes gone. That's on the K-Rock Barwon Timber third quarter scoreboard.
So Starkey with the kick-in duties for South Barwon. Plays on. Goes into the back pocket. Chips the ball to Jake Peters. Takes the mark. Plays on now. And he goes along the line. Oh, terrible kick.
Jeez.
Absolute terrible kick to Sarcevic. 55 from goal. Sets it up. And talk about terrible kicks. Jack Driver literally ordered that footy. And it came to him by Aruba. He was standing there for that long. And he just took the mark and gives it away to Starkey. We're going to start all over again. Starkey goes longer this time and out towards Kaldu. Tucked away. Mahadi, good pick up on the side. Right foot kick back inside 50. Punched away at the back. South Barwon working overtime. Pearce's handball. Oh, not Lockie Noble. Just got rid of it. Now the kick out was great. And good defensive play, and they got it to Todd White, who plays on. Right foot kick towards centre wing is okay. Chris Hughes to play on. Wheels and goes. Right foot kick was better. They're out here if it can get going. Carmody to Fort. Fraser. Grumpy Fraser takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 45 outside angle.
They were 4v2 inside their own forward 50 then, South Barwon. So they had options to the right, options to the left, and he went with Fort. Probably the better option in the end, but yeah, they had numbers out everywhere.
So Fraser has kicked 1 goal 2 today, and as we said, we wouldn't be putting the house on Fraser. He's just lets the ball drop a little bit high, I think, Kirsch, doesn't he? Is that?
Well, let's have a look at this one.
Okay. Let's see how he goes. That's better. Right foot kick, and he misses it.
Yes, slid.
Yeah, 1 goal 3, his personal tally. 7-12-54, South Barwon, Bell Park 5-4-34, Barwon Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard. Your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. That is Barwon Timber. Kirsch, do they have to be in front, Bell Park, at three-quarter time?
100% they do. Yep, have to be in front and by at least a goal or two.
Lloyd plays on as he often does out of his defensive goal square. Goes right into the middle of the ground towards Mahadi, but White did a good job undersized. Now Middleton to half forward. Carmody's got the sit, had a handful of the jumper too, and won himself a free kick. Jackson Carmody. That's right half forward. Will kick from around 50, but it's probably just beyond him distance-wise, Kirsch, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's got to know his range, and this is probably a little bit outside it, I'd say.
His run-up's gone just back to just on the boundary almost. It looks like he's fancying himself. On the runway now, Jackson Carmody from just outside 50. Gives it a decent ride. It goes right to the teeth of goal. In the end, rushed through. As Kirsch mentioned, didn't quite have the legs. Through for a minor score. 7 goals, 13 now, South Barwon, 55. Bell Park 5-4, 34. K-Rock Barwon Timber, third quarter scoreboard.
So Ben Lloyd for the Park. He's got Benstead short. He elects though to go further. Outside 50, punched away. Back towards Kelly, who tracks it for South Barwon. Got it away by hand to Kaldu, who has missed across the face of goal as well. And I've got him for 2 goals 4 this afternoon, Matt. Maybe I might have given him 1 extra there, but 7-14-56 South Barwon, Bell Park 5-4-34. 13 minutes played in this third term. Barwon Foods time clock.
Benstead with the kicking in duties this time. Who goes to the man who had the last kick in, Lloyd, and that'll be 50 against Fort, who just bumped him as after he took the mark, and Lloyd's off. Wasting no time. He's right in the heart of High Sushi Oval, Ben Lloyd. Has Patton running past, ignores that by hand, and now held up. Ben Lloyd right in the heart of his home ground. Goes inside 50, driver just spilt one he normally would take. Hollard on the turn, was dumped by Huggins. Was a good tackle just in the nick of time too. Patton on the turn. Would have been another team lifter, especially from the skipper. Left it a little skinny, his left foot snap. Through for a minor score.
Oh, driver drops. He marks that 9.9 times out of 10.
Play on, Peters gets it for South Barwon. Goes out wide with the kick. It's okay on this occasion. Kaldu takes the mark on centre wing. Just holds the play up, not much to kick to for Kaldu. Goes up. Oh, hello. Hamlin hanger. Mahadi over the back. Great mark. And he takes it and wants to switch the play quickly to Ben Worm, who goes across the face of goal as well. Across defensive 50. Mick Waters takes the mark for Bell Park. Draws the play. Oh, a bit of candy if you don't mind. Reece Mick Waters plays on. Kicks it. Terrible. Wiedemann chops it off. Gives it by hand to Starkey. He's handball over the top to Mulroney. He's handball to Cunningham. Handball further to Kelly. Handball to Todd White. 55 and closing. Right foot kick. Open goal square. Missed it. And might be a good result if it runs out of bounds. Is it? It's still in play. It's come back. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was out. It was a throw to the umpire. And it's going to be a free kick to Bell Park. Neildy, you're joking. It's going to be
happy with it, Neildy.
It's going to be a free kick to Matt Jones on the last line of defence for Bell Park.
He's looking at us for some reassurance, asking the box.
Caldo up early with the sticky hands and finds White. Might make Neildy a bit more happier now. Todd White can go back and nail this.
You take it up with the umpires chairman on Monday, okay? Of course you were right. That's always the way.
It's called first coach that's called for DRS. He's
Want
one
to
to
see
go
whether he's
upstairs.
nicked it or not, Sticko.
Anyway, Tom White with the footy.
Oh, is he coaching or commentating?
He's
He loves
very,
it.
very cruisy. See. And Tom White, not much an angle to speak of here. He'll kick from 45 out. The smooth mover from the Swans. No problem at all. Just his third goal for the season in his 7th game in the Tricolours. And they're 8th of the afternoon, South Barwon. And again, Kirsch, just a 5-minute patch where they've dominated their forward half.
Yeah, absolutely. And we expected Bell Park to come out with a bit of vigour, and they did. But now South Barwon are just starting to sway it back, their ascendancy their way. And starting to have their little purple patch and a bit of a run on. So they've got to be careful here, Bell Park. I reckon one more from South Barwon and the game's almost, well, it's put to bed now, isn't it, really? But probably more put to bed.
Back to the middle. 2 number 6 go at it. Kelly can't take it for South Barwon. Rode by Ben Worm. He's wrapped up straight away in the tackle. Can't go anywhere. Madigan gets up. The umpire asks for the ball back. It's going to be Callett and Brown do the ruck work. Callett gets it down for South Barwon. Kelly taps it back intelligently to Cunningham. Madigan couldn't take it first time. Second time he could and got wrapped up straight away. And he's not going anywhere. So another ball up just inside the centre square. 8-14-62 South Barwon. Bell Park 5-5-35 from the ruck contest. Wareham held on to. Should get a free kick. And the umpire doesn't know which way to point. He does now. Gives it away to Wareham. And they just run at all costs now, Bell Park. Sarcevic gets it on the outside to Ben Lloyd. He gets further afield towards Peterling. Back to Sarcevic under pressure. Good tackle. Callett called to play on, said the umpire. Didn't go 15. The big ruckman goes on the left, if you don't mind, round the corner. Looking for Burns. Oh, getting back there. Ben Lloyd takes a good mark. And Bell Park again to come back towards centre half forward. Darcy Brown takes the mark. Point of the centre square at half forward for Bell Park. Needs to move it quickly because South Barwon will fold back. He goes long to the point of the set, to the top of the square. Off hands, Hollard push past the footy. And Huggins, he can't take it with him. Now he can. He keeps it in front. Can he keep it out of bounds? He does. He does well. He had a couple of Bell Park players against him, and the Evangelist does well and sees it over. And good play by him.
Yep, did a great job. Looked like he was going to fall over and leave a couple of Bell Park players to go to the footy all by themselves. Did a good job, Blair Huggins. Tossed in. Callett to Hughes. Madigan streaming by. Nearly ran past the footy. He was going that quickly. Ball's coming towards us. Bounces on its end and stays in. Not quite. Caldo ushers the Blood Toyota Sharon over. Be brought in. Just repeating that score. 8-14-62 the Swans. Bell Park 5-5-35. 18.5 minutes of tick by on the Barwon Foods time clock. Third term, Bridgewater, only as far as Mulroney. Inverted torp almost, Kirsch, towards Broughton. He's happy to see the line. I think he was kept in by the tackle. Eventually taken over the line. Be tossed in just forward of centre wing, right in front of the Bell Park coach's box. You can see James Saker patrolling the boundary line. Callett won it down. There's a whistle for over the shoulder. It was against the South Barwon ruckman, going the way of Ollie Bridgewater, who plays on quickly, goes down the line. Up early was Brown, couldn't mark, went through his hands. Without a plate.
Round the grandstands to Leopold Sporties. Drysdale 68, Anglesea 65 in the qualifying final. And down at Port Arlington, the Ballerines. So close game there. As you'd expect, that season has been close for most of it with those, the top four outside of Torquay. Goal for goal, so we'll see how that goes. From the ruck contest here, it was a short boundary throwing. Callett had to go back and try and pick it up. He's got some support. Goff, Mulroney tried to put the shepherd on for him. He tried to throw it out as well. Didn't get really any further than seeing it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Left half forward for Bell Park. They're down by 27, which is more than they were down at half-time. So they haven't really made an impact with a little bit of a slight breeze here in this third term. Boundary throw in. Callett with a big thump away towards the boundary line again. Middleton got half a shepherd from Starkey, then got pushed past the football. Madigan's handball was chopped off. Patton, 50 out. Umpire said it was a sling. Okay. Free kick against Hollard. Going to come back to Doyle Madigan at half-back for the Swans.
Don't think you'll poll many Matheson votes, Jay, second half of the year if he's lost that hair. It's got attraction for the umpires. Just dumps a high footy. Caldo up early. A Hamlin hanger contender. Just hung in the air, suspended himself. And some nice strong jukes from the South Barwon captain. We had a great view of that from our commentary position. Caldo down the line towards Forts. Up early Bridgewater. Looks a player, Ollie Bridgewater, that's for sure. Goes to Lloyd, who dances away from Fort, kicks a long way across his own goal. Has to be good. Petering couldn't hold the mark under some Shepherd pressure. Now Peters off a step, stabs it inside 50, and it's good. And he does find the reigning Matheson medalist in Fraser Fort.
Yeah, likes a bit of a fortune because he stopped chasing Fort. Then he's sort of like, oh, well, I'm not going to catch Lloyd. And he just sort of stayed in the forward 50 as the ball transitioned, and it was a turnover. So he's a bit of lucky because he stayed where he actually was.
So he's tucked in the left forward pocket here.
Now, I wouldn't back Fraser.
Hey?
I wouldn't back Fraser.
No,
just
not backing Fraser.
These are the sort of ones he'll kick.
Yeah, that's right.
Jace, he comes in now on the runway. No, he didn't like it.
Right.
That's out in the full.
Way out in the full.
Wow.
That went through the gate.
So he's kicked 1 goal, 3 I've got him down as, and now 1 on the full.
Do you want me to tell Neildy you'll be there on Monday morning, Kirsch?
Oh, geez, the kicking wasn't great. He's just over the hands, and Patton can butter up. Ball on the outer side now. They have some space to work in the Parkers if they can make it work. They've got the runners now of half-back. Here is Patton, who takes a bounce. The skipper looping handball to Maris, spins back onto his left side, goes long. Hollard's got the Sidovic mark. He leaves it for Riccardi, who takes the mark, and the Dragons, Kirsch, go coast to coast.
They do, but that's only their third mark inside forward 50. It was a winger on a sort of offensive slide. So I suppose if you get the ball moving that quickly inside your forward 50, you're going to get one-on-one looks at it. So that's exactly what happened.
Riccardi plays on, improves the angle, just doesn't make the distance from, 25 out?
Just
30
didn't
out?
connect.
Didn't connect with the snap at all. Rushed through for a minor score.
So Starkey to kick it in for South Barwon. 8-14-62 the Swans. Bell Park 5-6-36. Plays on straight down the middle. Looking for somebody. I don't know who it was. Benstead comes in for Bell Park. He can't take it. Kick around the corner from Patton. Back inside 50. Off the back of the pack. Starkey had it, lost it, got it back. Under pressure. Needs to get rid of it. Does so. Right foot tumbling punt towards centre wing. Jones pushed past it. They're out here now. Burns. He taps it on towards Carmody. Slips over the crucial stage. Got the handball out though to Dustin. Burns goes now from half forward. Inside 50 with the kick. Punched away beautifully at the back. Bell Park falls in the arms of Broughton. Handball over the top. Goal. Fraser can't miss this. And he doesn't. And he hits the tree in 43 places and kicks the goal. He's second. And if he had missed that, I was leaving. I was out.
He nearly snapped that branch off the tree. He kicked it that hard into it.
9-14-68 now in South Barwon. That goal. Fraser Fort second of the afternoon. He joins Johnny Broughton and Matt Caldew. Bell Park 5-6-36. Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
How good was Starkey in that? He just stayed composed. He didn't, panic with ball in hand. He finally got sort of through a couple of tackles and cleared the ball out of his area, done his job, set up a goal. It was a terrific play. Coast to coast one end, coast to coast the other end, and the difference is they score, take their opportunity.
Yep, spot on, Kirsch. That's voice of Matt Kershaw in the experts' chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street in Geelong. Might go there to watch the Cats tonight, actually.
Treat yourself.
Might be a bad spot. Back in the middle, geez, Patton with some class out of the middle to Riccardi, who went without it. Now coughed it up to Todd White, who coughed it up to Patton, if that makes any sense, who tumbles one to centre half forward. Riccardi again goes to work at ground level, was just held off the ball for the period of time. Huggins brought to ground, be tossed up just inside 50 for Bell Park. There's nearly 25 minutes tick by in the third quarter. They trail 68-36 dying stages of this third term. To say they need one is an understatement. Patton on his right, you don't say that too often. Inside 50, he goes. Huggins, Mulroney off hands to Goff. Almost dropped the double-handed looking for Carmody. Coughed up again. Sarcevic with the handball clear. Patton weaves his way through. Huggins again. Bit of kick. Kick forward with Hamlin on centre wing and gathered the ball in one go. Handball's off. Inside 50 they go. Broughton, the ball still alive. Kelly loops one over to Broughton. Inside 50. Cunningham on the stretch marks. And if he kicks his curse, he has Fraser Fort to thank for it.
Absolutely he does. Big grumpy cat got some air. Got the ball off by hand. Transition forward. Jonty Broughton was fantastic in that piece of play.
You'd hate to be standing underneath Fraser Fort when he took a mark.
Yeah, you don't want him landing on you either. Two things you don't want, him landing on you or him having the shot for goal after the siren. They're the two things you don't want, Mr. Fraser.
Harry Cunningham to come in. Hasn't kicked one today. 17 for the year. Slight angle. Distance won't be an issue. Just a matter of accuracy, and it's not there.
Gosh.
Yes.
You're going to have to get up there.
My goodness. Just start gathering your $50 notes, South Barwon. I'll be up there next week.
Do you want me to wrangle the coach?
15.
Any chance you can kick a goal, Neil?
Yeah, oh jeez. That's the last thing we need, him back in the box.
Sarcevic, straight down the middle for Bell Park. Easiest way home. Patton, wrapped up. He's still got the handball free. It comes the other way. Mulroney, he gives it away to Kelly. Goes towards the square mark. Taken. And it's Jonty, I think, out on the siren.
Jonty's off.
Oh, no.
Is it Jack? No, it's not. It's
Dustin Burns, I think.
Dustin Burns,
Dustin Burns, yeah.
Right. Who's taking the mark? It is. And he's taking the right forward pocket, 45-degree angle. He's 20 metres out, and I'm not saying anything. Just
we've given up.
Given up. He comes in.
Oh, it's a shank!
He's kicked a goal.
It's two.
Believe it. His first one was terrible too.
You see, he's the second worst kick for goal out there, but he's kicked two.
So Fraser, he's the worst. He's kicked two.
Oh, wow.
After the siren, Dustin Burns kicks his second of the game. And South Barwon go to 10-15-75. They lead Bell Park 5-6-36. And that is three-quarter time here at High Sushi Oval. And, well, the Swans, Bell Park gave them a little bit in the first 10 or so minutes of that third term. But in the end, it was the Swans who held sway. And they hold a good lead at three-quarter time here at High Sushi Oval.
I'm running the laps you get when you're late for training.
I'm doing this lap so you can get to training safely.
Because late is always better than never.
Being late isn't the end of the world.
For causing a road crash by going even a little bit over the limit, could be.
This lap so you can all get to footy and back safe.
This lap?
This lap.
This lap.
This lap is so you can show up for your team and slow down on the road.
There is literally no reason for you to speed.
So this lap, so you don't have to rush.
Hang on. Why am I running laps? I'm retired.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
Remember, stay focused. We're just here for a tow ball.
A Toyota genuine tow ball?
Dad, here it is.
Designed and tested by Toyota.
Oh. We might need to take this tow ball out for a test drive.
Good thinking.
Find your O at your local Toyota dealer with a $1,500 finance deposit bonus across the Hilux range. Toyota.
What what do they want it to look like, and what do they think we do when we play well? That's what I asked them.
And G, it really makes you guys look strong when Fraser can go up and take some of those marks that he did in that quarter, and obviously Matty Calder as well. It really puts the emphasis on those runners to get forward and get on the end of those chains.
Yeah, absolutely. And for both of them, it's probably the first time they've ever played against a jumper in green and actually taken a mark. So that's nice to see as well.
Good luck for the last quarter, Neildy.
You're an idiot, Neildy. Thanks, Birchie. Thanks to Mark Neal, the coach of South Barwon. He's obviously referencing against Leopold, of course, last week.
Absolutely,
says
yes, yes. I'll tell you what, in other news, Darcy Fort's had 29 hit-outs today, 25 disposals and kicked 2. So the Fort's having a good day out today. He's kicking a bit straight. He kicked 2 straight, Darcy.
Needs to come down and show his brother how to do it. Kicked 2 goals, 3 this afternoon, Fraser.
Yes, Isaac Wareham onto the outside, going to a wing. Try and get some run going here, I think, and get him in the game. Well, I think you mentioned it during that call, Buzz, that he's sort of just been a bit quietish around the stoppages, so maybe get some outside run from him here.
All right, start of the final term here at High Sushi Oval, Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. It's South Barwon at the moment, 10-15-75, Bell Park 5-6-36. Umpire Chaston has the ball in hand, and here is Josh Conway.
Underway, final term. Callett wins it down. Maris bursting clear. Geez, he looks like his head hit the turf there on the hard table. Ball in dispute on the outer side. Worm nearly gave away a free kick. Bell Park with the early work inside 50. Getting the ball forward, Huggins with the juggle. Carmody to Callett as numbers streaming by. White was one of them inside 50. Broughton was in a wrestle, nearly brought it down one-handed. Strong tackle is rewarded. Should have been 2. It was Noble who was brought to ground by Uriah Hollard. Good tackle in his own defence. Uriah Hollard goes across goal. He's good enough. They play on quickly. They'll need to do a bit of this if they're to get back into the game. Petering, looping handball to Tobin as Melanie's outside but coughs it up to only some blue, red and white jumpers. Peters inside 50, a high, long kick. The Bell Park players spoil each other. Comes to ground level. Broughton to Cunningham on the spin. Didn't get the bounce. Line of score.
It'll be interesting to see how they do this, Kirsch, because they're not an outside team, are they, Bell Park? And they're just trying to take it on here, aren't they?
They're a contested team. They like it in tight.
And here it is, because they've turned it over again at half forward. They come back. Kelly was going to go back inside. Then he comes back on the right. His kick was smothered. And he was going to tap it on. And he tried to. He did. He got it to Hughes, who just takes the tackle at half forward. It's not their normal game, Bell Park, so they're going to make some mistakes, but they just have to take the game on. Because they're 40 points down.
That's right. If you're going to lose by 10 goals,
you lose by 100. That's right, yeah. So Callett from the ruck contest, he dropped the footy. Umpire said play on. Tobin got it away to Patton at half back. Chips the ball to centre wing. No mark taken by Stefanovski. Huggins got it backwards to Driver. He just kicks from mid-air pretty much. Jack was okay. Got it to half forward. Noble takes it, plays on now. Goes to the top of the square. Fraser behind this time. Hardy comes out. He tried to grab it. Fraser pushed him past the football, and Fraser gets over the top for a tackle as well. Ball spills free. High kick. Hughes under it. Tobin against him. They both go up close to the boundary line. Falls to the back. Hollard got one high. Umpire said play on. And there will be a ball up. So there you go. So ball up. Left half forward, South Barwon. They lead by 40. We played 2.5 in the final term. Harvey Norman Electrical. K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Tossed up. Callett with the advantage, we think, in the ruck here. Wins it down. Hollard stripped of it for Bell Park. Dawson going to work at ground level. Too many to beat for him. He tossed up again. Ball didn't move far from the original throw-in. Umpire wastes no time. We like that. Callett up against Worm this time. Hollard on the spin. Hughes with one hand. Couldn't mark. Ball comes to ground level. Shoveled for him. Here is Wareham. Bridgewater tackled over the line by Pearce. We'll have a toss in again.
Well, they've put plenty of numbers in at the stoppage here, Bell Park, because they're +2 behind the ball, South Barwon, at the moment. So if they do win the clearance, it's just going to go back to the intercept markers behind.
Andrew throw it left half forward for the Swans. Comes towards Callett again, and getting it away was James Worm. Goes across the centre of the ground. Sarcevic, handball towards Patton, who just shuffles the handball out. Here is the extra player, Driver, across the centre of the ground. He goes towards Benstead, who takes a good diving mark. Plays on quickly. It's play on at all costs the Parkers. They go with a tumbling punt, but there's Huggins in front. He takes the mark, and South Barwon just settle the play behind the ball.
It's been pretty good today.
He has. He goes backwards to Starkey, who's been good as well. He goes short. It's all right. And Doyle Madigan comes back to help out, plays on, takes a bounce, runs across half back, goes along the line, great kick.
Great kick.
And Noble takes the mark on centre wing, plays on now, goes to 50. Caldu had to wait, Mahadi came at it, falls towards Todd White. Will it sit for him though? He wants to pick it up, he does, inside the centre square. Now he goes long with a right foot kick off.
Oh, hello. How can he stay there? How can he be there for that long?
Well, he basically, I think he called for the footy about 150 metres away, and he just stood there and nobody came near him.
No one wanted to pick him up and defend him inside forward 50.
Now,
6'10".
Fraser.
No, he doesn't think this.
He's probably due.
He's 25 out. He's
not playing the pokies.
Just right at centre. I think he kicked one from here earlier in the day, so let's just hope he can put this through. He's made the goal umpire work a little bit of action, but the goal umpire's pretty happy with it. He's put it through for a goal. So Fraser has put his third on the board.
We got there.
And we got there in the end. 11-16-82. South Barwon. Bell Park 5-6-36. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical Warm Ponds and Cry same day delivery 7 days a week.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jimmy Saker will be overly pleased with that because there was just no defensive pressure on him whatsoever. Best player in the competition. You've got to man him up when that ball's in Todd White's hands, might I add, as well. And Todd White laced.
Probably going to hit a target, isn't he?
He's probably going to hit a target.
It was a traceable, it wasn't it?
It was a brilliant kick.
So we're back in the middle of high sushi. It's Worm and Callett in the ruck. Here is James Worm. Forced to kick on his left side, non-preferred. Ball bounces away from Starkey and then lays a strong tackle at left half forward for the Dragons. Ball up. Just repeating that score, 11-16-82. That's South Barwon Bell Park 5-6-36. That's all thanks to Harvey Norman. Harvey Norman Electrical, Warren Ponds and Corio. Same delivery 7 days a week. Cries for holding the ball aren't heard by David Chaston.
Round the grounds, thanks to Leopold's boys. Anglesea 96, Drysdale 69.
Wow, haven't they just come out this last quarter and
26
gone
minutes
bang.
played in the final term. So there you go. They're going to play Torquay next week.
They are.
Ball up at half forward for Bell Park. Ball in dispute still. Can they get it out? Well, somebody tried to throw it out. Now it's Ben Lloyd who gets it for Bell Park. Goes across half forward. Huggins from behind. Got a hand to it. Then falls back to him while he's on the ground. Jones gets up, but he can't take it. Goff can for South Barwon. Kick around the corner towards centre wing. Cunningham under pressure from Benstead. Push past the football. Now Pearce, handball. Oh, that missed the target too. Terrible. And Madigan, and in fact it's Carmody, goes back. Cunningham now. He gets the ball. Handball. Madigan. He gets it to Goff. Gets through some traffic. Right foot kick. But he's going to turn the ball over. Oh, well, is he? Yes, just taking the mark. Here's Ben Worm. And he's on centre wing. Had to go and get his own footy. He's got it for Bell Park. And that's not going to win him the game. Just stand there looking around. And I don't know.
Not sure that's necessary.
Sure that's now he's turned the ball over. And the free kick's going to South Barwon for some unknown reason. Ben Lloyd is standing there, and I've got no idea. Kirsch, do you?
He must have said something after being warned. Don't know.
Well, anyway, South Barwon get the free kick, and Madigan gets it, and he goes wide to Cunningham, who takes the mark in the left half-forward flank position. And your guess is as good as mine on that one. But anyway, South Barwon have the free kick, and they got it to Harry Cunningham, who will now shoot the goal from about 40 out on the boundary line. He's on the right side for a right footer with a little bit of breeze bringing it back. This will tear the house down if he can kick this. Hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon, Harry.
Warm the tonsils up, Jace.
I think he might kick this too. He comes in 40 out, looks very deliberate, comes in, right foot kick. There you go. He's kicked the goal! Inspiration's Pate goal of the day! What's your next project? 138 Torquay Road, Grovedale. And he told all of Bell Park up there as well about that, Harry. And he kicks his first.
It was right in front of that cricket club.
It was. They were right in front of everybody down there. 12-16-88 South Barwon Bell Park, 5-6-36. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, we're all still unsure as to what happened there with that free kick. So it was a reversal. You can only presume for mouthing off. That's all you can presume.
Well, he didn't touch anybody, did he? Really?
No. And he looked a bit bemused, Ben Lloyd.
Bemused.
Now got Middleton in the ruck for South Barwon for just about the first time today, I reckon. As Kelly gets the clearance. Back inside 50, the Swans go. Fisted away by Benstead. Madigan off a step. Goes to the goal square. Broughton just lost sight of it as he had to go back with the flight to try and mark the footy, and the ball bounces out of play. 12-16 they've moved on to South Barwon. That's 88. Bell Park haven't added to their three-quarter time score of 5-6-36. Nearly 10 minutes gone on the Barwon Foods time clock. Caldo wins it down to 4. It's off the quick step. Smashes into the post. That makes it, by my count, 3 goals 4.
Yep.
For Fraser Fort this afternoon. What could have been, as Lloyd goes quickly to Captain Patton.
So Lockie Patton wants to play on quickly, gives the handball back to Lloyd. Goes across half-back with the kick. Still keeping control. And coming back inboard, Hollard. Oh, he's turned the ball over. Kelly gives it away to Middleton. Off a step, Lockie gets it to Broughton. Fraser Fort must have a disease. He's standing in the goal square by himself. There's nowhere. I mean, I know they're trying to attack, but you sort of got to know where the Matheson medal is at some stage.
Considering he's had 7 shots on goal and about 10 marks today.
Absolutely. But anyway, Jonty has also had a few. He's kicked 2 goals too, Johnny Broughton. He's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 metres out. Just a bit worse than a 45-degree angle in the right forward pocket. The way they've been slotting the last... Well, Harry kicked his, so I think Johnny will probably kick his too, won't he?
Yeah.
Comes in.
He's a nice kick of the ball, Jonty.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
He's put that on him now. Right foot kick comes in. Goal umpire doesn't move. There you go. That's the way you do it. 13th for South Barwon. They go to 13-17-95. They lead Bell Park 5-6-36. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical, Warren Ponds and Correa. Same day delivery, 7 days a week.
Yeah, look, I know they're trying to attack the game at the moment, Bell Park, but they've still got to maintain possession of the ball. They can't exit their defensive 50 at the moment, and they can't get ball past centre wing really on general play. So they've really got to try and maintain possession. Yes, you want to attack, but you've also got to have ball in hand to do so.
He does look like Mitch Never, doesn't he, Josh?
He's
a spitting image for him.
Every time I see him. In the middle. Back in the Cats team tonight. Mitch Nevitt, I think. You'll hear that on K-Rock Footy 955 and KRockFootball.live, of course. As we have another repeat stoppage in the middle of High Sushi Oval. Tossed up again. One down by Brown, who thought about throwing a boot at it out of midair. Yet another stoppage. As Wareham hobbles away. Keep an eye on that one, Birchie. And Isaac Wareham hobbles out of that group of players. There's a number of them around it at the moment. Patton, who hasn't stopped working. Lloyd dancing by. He'll get it back. Nearly did. Does now. Runs onto the open footy. The handball wasn't the best, though. Has to go back and fetch it. Looping handball over the top. The ball was inside 50 for the Parkers. High footy flies. Wanted fisted away by Pearce for South Barwon. Now Shepherd just got his handball clear and then mops up his own work too. Gains another 15 metres or so. Here is Wareham, who overran it. Kelly was caught high in the middle of the High Sushi and will get the free kick.
So Paddy Kelly, he's had a great game today. Paddy Kelly.
Been good, hasn't he?
He has. Chips the ball to Jake the Snake Peters. 65 from goal. Puts it up into the square. Broughton. Use the body over the back off hands. Played for free kick, Johnny. You're not going to get that. And through for 1 behind. I'm going to 13-19-97 now South Barwon. Bell Park 5-6-36. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Driven out of that defensive half. Up early was Bridgewater. Couldn't mark. A rarity for him today. He's been good for Bell Park. High footy drivers got the sit. Cam Sunder, intercept mark numbers for him, please, Kirsch.
He's taken the 7 marks for the day. 4 of them intercepted.
So just on his average for the season. Just behind Dan Weagle in terms of intercept marks taken for the year. Ball's back in the middle of the ground. We'll have yet another stoppage, or we should. Might be holding the footy. Gee whiz. It'll be a Bell Park free kick, I think, going away of Darcy Brown. It is. Who has Benstead running by. Handballs quickly to Lockie Patton, his captain from 55. Loads them up. And it was downfield. Was dumped as he kicked it.
Grumpy Cat got him.
Nearly carried the whole way. It was a nice kick. So put this down in the book for Bell Park's first goal of the quarter. I think it's Ollie Bridgewater who will be the recipient.
Oh, you've gone early on him.
Wow.
He's a ruckman.
Come on.
He's a ruckman.
How could you miss this?
Well, he's a ruckman.
Oh, no.
He's directly in front, 5 metres out.
Straight through
Straight through. Why do you blokes doubt him? He's a good footballer.
I'm actually not sure why the goal umpire ran 10 metres to his right, but went straight through the middle.
Theatrical.
Absolutely.
So the goal to Bridgewater. And I think it's all over at Ballerine too. 96 Anglesea, Drysdale 69. So Drysdale waiting the winner of Geelong Amateur and Mottawarri tomorrow out of the elimination final in the first semi next Sunday, and Anglesea second semi-final against Torquay next Saturday.
It's a cracker.
13-18-96 here, South Barwon. Bell Park 6-6-42. We played nearly 15 minutes in this final term. Thanks to the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. Back to the middle. Darcy Brown up against Lockie Middleton. Middleton does pretty well in the middle, actually. Falls the way of South Barwon. Middleton. Handballed it to Madigan. Gives it away to Todd White. Handball over the top. Kelly slipped over at the crucial stage. Carmody didn't. He got the handball out free. He gets the kick around the corner. How the hell is there people like standing in the forward pocket by themselves? And they just run in and kick. Oh, hit the post. That was a good kick too. That was Jackson Carmody.
I'll tell you what, that was less intensity than training drill.
Oh, wow, they were just everywhere. They're 13-19-97, the Swans. Parker 6-6-42. Oh.
I tell you what, that's probably the one man you're trying to avoid from a kick out, Kirsch.
Just tell Eli
Pierce. The tallest guy out there.
Just tell Eli Pierce all about it too.
I think he was looking at the tent. I don't know.
Looking at the tent.
I'm not sure whether he copped a bit of stick from the crowd or not, but he looked and turned.
It's Fraser Ford, if you're wondering who we're talking about, who's taking the mark.
If Fraser would care.
Big grumpy cat don't care.
No, he don't care.
He'll kick from 50. Fraser Fort, no real angle, brings it back with the breeze, no worries.
Look at him strut
There's
out.
just
Look
a tiny bit of that Conor McGregor sort of lets the arms hang and swing.
Oh,
look at him strutting out, telling people about it.
Look at me moment. Big phrase. Big grumpy cat's just got the strut going.
4 goals, 4-0. He's smiling like a Cheshire cat down there. Have a look at him.
You teach him that one, nearly the walk. You teach him the walk. You like the walk? The strut.
Yes.
Have a look at him. Unbelievable. First time he's kicked a goal in his life and hasn't made a comment.
So that's 4 for Big Fraser.
I think his strut made all the comment. Don't worry about that.
14-19, 103 broken the ton. South Barwon Bell Park 6-6-42.
Back in the middle, White for South Barwon. Handball to Kelly. Gives it to Hughes. Hughes, smooth mover.
Drill.
50 out from goal. Misses. Drag him, Neildy. Drag him.
Gracious me. They could have won this by 100 odd points.
14-20 they are now.
And the ones they've missed are all gettable, just about. There's been a few rushed, I get that, but geez.
Put a goal on the board. The Bell Park timekeeper's up here. Hang on a minute. Go back. It's not a goal. We'll fix that. 14-20, 104 now. Bell Park 6-6-42. We've played 17.5 in this final term.
Maris with the footy. Centre half back for the Parkers. Out wide, looking for Mahadi. Couldn't reach him. Mulroney, on the spin inside 50 towards Ford again. Who marks?
Another mark inside.
And it's a chance of number 5 and didn't even bother to look around to see if there's anyone running forward. He's gone straight back like any good forward, Kirsch.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you've done that in your time.
Well, that's what you get paid for. Kick goals.
So this would be his 5th. He's currently got 4-4 for the afternoon and 1 out in the full. Been a pretty productive day.
They've had 11 inside forward 50s this quarter for 7 marks inside forward 50.
Wow.
Kicks for goal. Fraser Fort won't quite make it right to the line. Is the mark taken in play?
A good grab.
It's a strong mark by Broughton and it is paid. It was right on the line, but the mark has been paid. Said to have just plucked it inside play. Jonty Broughton from a metre or so around from his left hand behind post, snaps and kicks the goal. He's also got 4 goals, 3. It's been an inaccurate afternoon for the Swans. 4 for Broughton, 4 for Fraser Fort. They're making it look very easy now, Kirsch.
Yeah, like I said a few times, the intensity, the training drill type play, it's just been very... the buzz has gone out of the game, hasn't it? It's absolutely nothing in this game at the moment. So they've put the queue in the rack. Bell Park, don't worry about that. They've all but shut up shop.
Back to the middle. Pearce having a run on the ruck now for South Barwon. Ball spills to the back for Bell Park. Patton got it to Wareham. He goes with a kick towards half forwards. Okay, Edwards takes the mark. They've thrown the names around Bell Park now. Edwards forward. Now Jones gets it inside 50. South Barwon lining up at the back. Shepherd, he's been good today too. Austin Shepherd.
Yeah, he has.
And he goes out wide. And they run free. The Evangelist. Huggins goes over the top. It's okay too. It's a good mark. And out wide, Kelly takes it. He wants to come back to Huggins. He's got Starkey. Lateral goes to him. He's got Goff if he wants to. He does. He goes to him now. He's got Shepherd, who ran across the other way. Now he can Goff can come back in. He looks for Hughes, has to pick it up on the half volley. Doesn't sit for him. Needs Shepherd to come and help him. Ball spills free. Oh, they dragged it back in. Hughes over the top. The umpire will come in. Point of the centre square at half forward for Bell Park. We're going to have a ball up. 20 played final term at the moment. South Barwon in control, 15-21-10. They lead Bell Park 6-6-42.
Birchie, just keep an eye on Cooper Edwards, just limping off down there. Boundary side, not sure what the issue was, but didn't look overly comfortable. We'll come down to you when there's a little break in play. Worm dances clear out of the stoppage, misses Sasovic by hand. It has Wareham on his outside, who's brought down in a Kelly tackle. Did brilliantly, the little man. Now Noble dashing through the middle. Got numbers inside 50. Broughton with the mark. A Hamlin hanger contender back with the flight. Held off Reed and took a really good mark going back in acres of space, Kirsch.
Absolutely. I tell you what, Pat Kelly, he's having some sort of a game, and it's the little things, you know, even the tackles that have caused the goal, the turnover. It was terrific play by young Pat Kelly.
So Jonty Broughton can win the race for 5 here, if there's such a thing. Him and Fraser Fort both got 4. And the South Barwon number 4 can make it 5.
Oh, he doesn't.
He made the on-by work a lot. So much so, in fact, it threw for a minor score. So they've both got 4 goals for. Fort and Broughton. Could have been big days for both of them. 15-20, 110 South Barwon, Bell Park 6-6-42. That's on the K-Rock Harvey Norman Electrical fourth quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Electrical, Warm Ponds and Corio. Same day delivery, 7 days a week.
So the Giants have beaten the Dockers by 9 points too, and they're up to second on the ladder in the AFL. And Melbourne did a number on the Gold Coast Suns by 47 points. So we'll go around the grounds at the end of the game. Ball for Bell Park right in the middle. Pearce just plucks the mark in the middle, giving him some confidence. He chips the ball over top to Kelly, who's literally brought his own footy today, Paddy Kelly. He drives it inside 50 again. Broughton goes up and takes the mark. Play on and kick the goal, he does. Goal number 5 to Jonty. Why go back and try and kick it when you can just play on and kick? And he has kicked his 5th of the afternoon and beats Fraser to 5. And Tom Pearce started all that. And they go to 16-21, 117 now, South Barwon. They lead Bell Park 6-6-42. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
I'll tell you what, he didn't want to go back and take that set shot then, Jonty, did he? He was always playing on from that position. But, geez, he's been strong one-on-one today. This is the best one-on-one display I've seen him play. We know how good he is on a lead and getting out the back and all that sort of stuff. But today, one-on-one, he's been super.
I can only imagine what sort of damage he would have done in the twos last week if he's doing this today. Another clearance driver coming out of the middle this time. Carmody dances clear inside 50 again. Here he is, pushes his man off the ball. Just didn't sit for him, the Sharon, though. Broughton, who then lays the tackle, springs back up with it. Can he make it 6? No, unselfishly squares it off to Kelly. He couldn't mark. Carmody on the snap. It's another.
That's a tsunami.
A 17th for the Swans. They are making an awful mess of this now. Jackson Carmody with his first. He's got 1 goal, 3. Could have been even worse, as you mentioned, Kirsch.
Absolutely. The scores they've missed, the goals, the easy shots. This driver comes off limping. He's just having a breather. He really wanted to get on the end of that one, driver. He ran from deep in his defensive 50.
Need to pop him forward.
Yeah, well, he tried his best.
Yeah, tried his best. This happened at Bell Park at St Mary's, remember, Kirsch?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, absolutely.
Just let go in the last quarter, and it's 81 points now.
Yeah.
Wow. They've kicked 7 goals this quarter already.
Yeah. Well, nearly wanted them to finish off well. They have.
I think we said at 3/4 time, they've got the potential to win this game by 10, 11 goals, and they're beyond that, and just shows the dominance they had with time in forward half.
Back in the middle, Tobin puts the tackle on for Bell Park against Mulroney. So secondary bounce in the middle. Middleton in the ruck. Bridgewater gets it down. Handball, though, to Mulroney. Right next to him, Tobin. He rides him right a third at Sandown. Not letting him go anywhere. We're going to have a third bounce in the middle. 24.5 played in this final term. Mercy rule. That's high sushi. So, ruck contest. Punched away. Madigan tracks it back. Packed there again. Mulroney tried to pick it up on hands and knees. Was petering as well for Bell Park. I'm not doing anything here. Okay, Buzz, your turn. Let's go.
Get it
out of there. Come on.
Tossed up. Over the top was Middleton. Brown with the handball wide, looking for Petering. Couldn't find him. Wiedemann at ground level was ripped off it. Here is Petering for the Dragons. Patton hasn't stopped trying. The captain, as you'd expect. Now James Worm wobbles one inside 50. Goff with the stretch and mark. Ron Goff been solid again this afternoon. Goes quickly. He's got Burns on the outer side who marks. Back to centre wing. Justin Burns. Short to Huggins who plays on and then takes a liberty of a bounce too. Right on the outer side. Drives it inside 50. Caldo on the stretch. He takes the mark. And the skipper can line up for their 8th of the quarter and 18th of the contest.
An 11th mark inside forward 50 this quarter.
Wow.
And it just shows you the dominance.
Yeah, that's pretty glaring. But interesting to talk to James Saker post-match, see what he thinks of all of this. Has been quite the fade out in the second half. As Matt Caldo lines them up on the runway now. Deliberate approach. Right half forward. Fades it back with the breeze. Nicely done.
Great kick.
By the skipper. Just use that natural angle to fade the ball back. And he kicks his 3rd of the afternoon.
I know it's a tough one, but there's got to be question marks on the validity of their finals if they make it, Bell Park. You know, like the draw's been favourable for them this year. But, you know, they're playing a side that are outside the 5 at the moment, and they've got absolutely annihilated.
Well, they've got Grovedale and St Mary's to come.
You know, St Mary's will probably do an absolute number on them if they play this style of football. But, you know, that Grovedale one's all of a sudden a danger game for them, and finals is a realistic miss for them.
Back in the middle, Mulroney roves the ball again, throws it to Middleton, gets the right foot kick towards Ford. It comes out. Fraser can't take the mark. His second F, he fell over. He's still got the handball away. Hughes gets around on the right foot, 45 metres. They're all lining up to kick goals here. He gets it across the face of goal, drag him. I said, that's the second one he's missed, Chris. Come on, Neildy, get better at this. This is kicking a lot of points here. 18, 22, 130. They had 40 scoring shots. Bell Park 6-6, 42. Harvey Norman Electrical K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. 27.5 played. Thanks to Barwon Foods, sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong, the time clock this afternoon.
Plays on quickly. Hollard dances out of his defensive half, goes towards us. Only as far as Jake Peters for South Barwon, who kicks quickly, goes looking for Cunningham. And Noble, ball falls to Patton, who loops one to Tobin by hand. To Maris, back to Tobin. They're back in the middle of the ground now. He flings it wide. Riccardi couldn't quite mark. Was under some heat and lost his footing too. Shepherd, nice user. Normally Benstead with a good fist. Did well. The experienced defender. There's a whistle.
I think he's paid a free kick for the chop. Original chop, maybe.
Oh, and 50 as well. Somebody, Oscar Riccardi.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those descent 50s paid this afternoon, and Harry Cunningham will be the
Tell you what, I wouldn't
beneficiary.
mind. Is Chester a real estate agent?
Oh, that's
Can I buy
about
some land off him?
70-odd metres.
That's
That's
amazing.
80 metres.
That's great.
It is a long 50.
That's a long.
This is the part of the game I don't understand when the other umpire takes over the 50 metres. It's a guess.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not actually measured out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cunningham will have a shot from 20 out in the end. Not even. Pretty much directly in front. No worries. They're 19th. 19-22, 136. Bell Park 6-6-42. It can nearly be 100 points if they can kick a couple quickly here, Kirsch, which is remarkable considering there's only 25 points at half time.
It is remarkable, and, you know, as we've said several times now, it should well and truly be over 100 points. It should be about 120 points.
They lost by, Leopold kicked 14 goals against South Barwon last week in the second half. They've done the same to Bell Park.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is finals teams against finals teams. Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, back to the middle. They've been able to rest Ben Kelton this last quarter too. Lockie Middleton's having a run in the ruck for an extended period as well. Ball spills free. Still in the middle. Nobody can really pick it up and get rid. Patton does. And looks for a handball somewhere. He gets the kick away in the end. It was partly smothered. Huggins comes across half back. Oh, it takes a bounce if you don't mind. Takes 2 bounces. Oh, drops the ball. Speed wobbles on centre wing. Can I pick it up? Well, he sort of can. He sort of got it free and then he has to put the tackle on. Bell Park coming the other way. Got the numbers. Handball. towards Tobin, under pressure. Little kick over the top was okay. I want to try and move it on. That's where they come unstuck. Tobin, or just runs straight into a tackle. And Madigan puts the tackle on. That's dropping the footy. Umpire says no. Now coming the other way, the Swans. Burns over the top. Middleton kept his width on centre wing. There's the siren. And that is an obliteration in the end. 19-22, 136 South Barwon, Bell Park, 6-6-42. In that quarter, they kicked 9 goals, 7 South Barwon to 1 goal straight for Bell Park. And in the end, it was a 94-point victory to the Swans. And that takes them to 10 wins. I'll just have a quick look at the ladder.
And a percentage boosted,
yeah,
Jace,
absolutely. Their percentage was 160 before they started. Colac, who have lost today, will now drop out of the 5 because theirs was 151, and Bell Park was 123 and 44 points, and they're going to cop a bit of a hammering from their percentage today as well. So we are in the 5th quarter, thanks to the Sandman Mattress Factory. Sleep better with the Sandman's locally made two-sided mattresses made to outlast any other. Birchie's going to head on out and talk to somebody from the victorious South Barwon side. Also, we'll try and get the song as well. And plenty of things to wrap up in the 5th quarter this afternoon, including talking to both coaches. It'll be interesting to talk to both as Mark Neal, the winner, and James Saker, the loser, and where that leaves both sides. And with 2 rounds to play, what it does do is